Hello, everyone, and welcome to Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy-ass voice actors sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons. Yep. Before we get into our session tonight, we do have some announcements to get through, beginning with the first of our fantastic sponsors tonight, Skillshare. Sam?
Back this week is Skillshare, an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes designed for real life and all the circumstances that come along with it, including graphic design, creative writing, and music. With memberships starting as low as $10 a month with annual subscription, Skillshare is a great way to learn and unlock your creativity for social good. As a special offer, the first 1,000 critters to join Skillshare by following the link skl.sh/critical role 05211 we'll get a free trial of our premium membership.
Why?
Why?
I feel like they're just trolling you. Is that part of the?
No, that's real.
Okay.
We asked them to make it a bit.ly. They said no. One class that I got to check out this week was Intro to Photography. And after a few classes, I don't want to brag, but I'm pretty much a Pablo Picasso of photography now. I think that tracks. So, but why listen to me? My photographs speak for themselves. Show me that slide. Oh, look at this. Okay, so this might just look like a picture of a blurry hand to you, but it's really a subversive commentary about identity and education reform. Really proud of that one. Next slide, please. Okay, I titled that one Regarde mon visage. It was shot on 36 millimeter, which is one more than 35, which is better.
No, I can't.
No, it's not a booger. It's an exploration of artistry in a postmodern society.
It's like narrative
slide.
telephone all over again.
Next slide. I thought I deleted this one.
Pasty buns!
This is clearly an inspection of how social media has replaced human contact. Next slide, please. Please, next slide. Okay, see, this is just me experimenting with different tripod placements. And it's a metaphor for, I don't know, DC statehood? I don't know. It's a metaphor for, I don't know what it's. It's a metaphor for me at night taking a bunch of pictures of myself. Okay, next. Next slide, please. Yep, this one is me sort of drowning my sorrows because my photos are bad. I eat my feelings. Next slide, please.
Don't ask.
Hopefully that's what
I also drink my feelings.
Oh, wow.
And next slide, please.
You're pretty good.
Okay, yeah, great. You know what? Let's go to the next slide, please.
Look how far
This.
your butt goes in there. College kids don't get
In
that deep.
retrospect, I didn't need to get that deep.
You really did.
You were in the uranium.
Commit
I
to
could
the
have
bit.
just been hovering over it.
It made the leap, man. It made the leap. So many romkins.
Anyway, this is. That's it. The bit's over. Check out Skillshare, everyone. Learn stuff. Okay. Back to you, Matt.
I didn't have to get that.
Quit out of the bit.
Yeah.
You ripcorded out of the
It's
bit.
ripcord.
Doesn't matter.
I think it's a new one. That's a new one.
Oh my God, you're so down. You're so far down. Your ears were almost underneath the
I
seat.
cleaned my toilets. Let's get that slide back up. Nope.
No.
Oh,
Thank you, Sam.
himself.
Thank you, Skillshare.
Look, I used my car key fob as the slide thing. Improvised prop.
Whoever finds your car unlocked right now, well done. Our second sponsor for tonight, Ghostfire Gaming. Fantastic friends, they're sponsoring tonight's show, and with their soon-to-be-finished campaign, Grim Hollow, the Monster Grimoire. The supplement provides over 400 new dark fantasy-themed monsters for DMs to challenge their players and enhance their games at home. Each monster provides mechanics for DMs to give existing creatures a surprising twist, such as making them undead, a fiend, or even a legendary creature. Also details how characters can harvest monster parts to turn into equipment or magical items to use in their campaign, which we've house ruled before, but now you can do it from the book, specifically. This campaign is coming to an end, so make sure you check out everything at bit.ly/GHmonsters now. I didn't have to put my head in the toilet for that one.
Nope.
And what a lovely you are.
Hey, indeed. And a big thank you to our friends and sponsors since the beginning of campaign 2, D&D Beyond. The official tool set of our show. One of the things we like about the digital books on D&D Beyond is that they're not PDF copies. They're indexes and links that are really easy to peruse beyond having to go and scroll through physical books in your hands. It's super awesome. Makes super quick reference when you're in the middle of a game, especially when you're streaming it live, which is very helpful. So check it out now at https://dndbeyond.link/critters.
Nice.
Backsplash.
Yeah. And thank you all so much for joining us live on Twitch and YouTube. And of course, remind you, if you want to join our live moderated official chat for our show, please head on over to our Twitch channel. Ashley, you have some announcements, I believe.
It's me.
Yes, it is.
I'm still a little queasy, to be honest.
That's what John said.
Just because, like, you had to be really close to the water with how deep you were in there. Anyway.
I might have gotten some nose tickle.
Everything that was under the rim.
But, hey, thank you so much for your support of our Critical Role Foundation fundraising campaign with our friends at 826LA.
Yeah! Woo!
So, since we're pre-recording the show, this one, the best way to catch... oh no. I'm gonna get better at this, you guys. Okay, we're pre-recording the show, so the best way to catch real-time fundraising updates is by following us at Critical Role FDN on Facebook and Twitter. And to learn more about our campaign to build a writer's room for students at Venice High School here in Los Angeles, or to donate, head on over to criticalrolefoundation.org.
Yeah.
Nailed.
Well saved.
Ashley, good job.
Well
And
saved.
boom goes the dynamite.
Oh my God.
And Laura, you have
yes.
something to talk about too.
Yes. Okay. So first up, we have stuff in all of our stores right now. Hold on. Okay, so this is the first thing. I don't know if you can tell what it is. These are temporary tattoos
Tatoozy.
inspired by the
Yeah.
Mighty Nein. I'm gonna open it up so you guys can see some of these things. You can probably just go online and check it out that way, but oh wait, that was in the front.
So cute.
Those are big.
They're big.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they take up a good amount of space. You could put them here. You could put it here. You could put it here. Anywhere. Anyway, check it out. They're in our stores. And the other thing that I'm excited. I should say who designed them. These were designed by. I just don't want Ashley to feel alone. You know. Yeah, I thank you for not making me feel alone. Ugh. No. Savannah Mayer
Time.
at well_dipper.
Well, the burp.
This artist amazing. Okay, next thing.
So good.
Next thing is this beanie.
Oh, yes.
It's a short. I don't know if I put it on good. I don't have a camera.
It's on. It's centered.
You did good.
Yeah, you got
Oh, this old slouchy beanie. So anyway, it's in the store right now.
It gave you the vanity.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
Thank you very much, Laura.
Everyone's bailing on everything.
Yeah, we all just. Can we point out the amazing tie-dye?
Yeah, I wanted to announce that Marisha Ray is really good at tie-dye. Thank you for these shirts.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's been my little Sunday zen.
I love
You
that.
all get tie-dye shirts. Just gotta chip away. Don't look at me like that, Taliesin.
I feel like we should
look
do
at
like
me.
a online thing. Like the critters should like show us the tie-dye that they've done.
That's a good idea.
I love big tie-dye.
How-to video.
Ooh.
I'll put that on my to-do list.
Right at the top. Right at
There you
the
go.
top.
High priority, that one. Yeah.
Indeed.
Oh God.
Alrighty. Well, seems like the well-oiled machine is off, ready to go. Thank you so much for for hanging with us through those announcements, everybody. I believe with that, it is time to go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of Critical Role.
The adventure begins. They were always beside you, your nerdy best friends, and the DM to guide you. And they rise from the flames for the battles ahead. Villains beware, 'cause you're about to be dead. They got magic and flair, they got falchions and cunning. They don't see over there, there's a monster incoming. Inspiration is waiting, rise up, don't think twice. Put your fate in your hands, take a chance, roll the dice. Can you answer the call, digging deep in your soul? As the legend unfolds, now it's your turn to roll.
And welcome back. So, last we left off, the Mighty Nein giving chase towards the two remaining members of the Tomb Takers, Lucian, piloting the body of a long-dead friend that once belonged to him, and his companion Cree. They both delve into the Genesis ward, and you gave chase, following down into the dark open pit that once was this portion of the city of Aor. You traversed the subterranean tunnels below, hid stealthily from nearby stalking creatures. You found odd bits of forgotten technology, experimental bits of science and arcana combining, went through a commissary, managed to cabin in the woods a possible encounter and just watch them kill each other from across a transparent wall as you began to disable what appeared to be a series of traps in front of you, as somebody had ransacked a cache of intuit charges and laid means of keeping you at bay or worse. Through a clever use of a few dispels, you made your way to the Immensus Gate, where it seemed both Lucian and Cree were in the process of setting the device to allow them to continue on to the next step of their journey. You stopped and you realized that they had set 2 more intuit charges to detonate at Lucian's whim, and requested a conversation. Carefully, you entered the chamber, spoke a bit, and allowed them to open the portal just enough to let something through from a realm of water, and then set it to the Astral Sea, where they leapt through and away. The creature that was allowed to step through the sliver, this water-based elemental entity, began to rise through the chamber and attack whatever was nearby, which was your troop. You fought, but focused instead on escape, and one by one managed to slither past it and through the portal. Some a bit injured, some a bit sheepish, but with a final moment of success as Jester leapt through, ensnared by the tentacle of the beast and about to be pulled back to further complicate matters, a clever use of Mage Hand shut the portal, severed the bond, and allowed the Mighty Nein to arrive in person in the Astral Sea, floating just over the view of the city of Cognouza. So, as you all drift, looking at the massive island of rock before you, numerous long, sinewy tethers like jellyfish tentacles of red and purple that drift below. You can vaguely see the shadow of another smaller mass of something, whether it be land, ship, or creature that is currently tangled within them and being pulled up. And then above, with a bit of light that seems to be coming through the nearby gossamer strings of the surrounding starscape, you can see the beautiful, if ominous, city before you. And you're still a sheep. So, Mighty Nein, what would you like to do?
Can we see Lucian or the Tomb Takers?
Make a perception check.
I'm just batting away the sheep pellet.
Oh,
Just floating.
11.
11? With the immensity of the space around you, there's too much going on all sides, and even at a quick kind of anxious glance, you cannot make out the direction or position of either. Not with an 11, unfortunately.
Party check. Can we see everybody, and is everybody heading in the same direction?
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's moving.
Oh.
Everyone kind of leapt through, and once the momentum came to a stop, everyone's just kind of staying in place.
That's right. You have to think where you want to go.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to try flapping my wings.
They flap.
Do I move, or do I just flap in place?
The wings just flap in place.
I'm going to keep
It
flapping.
looks really beautiful, Caduceus.
It feels surprisingly good on the shoulders. Oof.
Is there any other kind of debris floating in this sea, or is it just swirly colors, acid trip, and the city?
Looking around in the space, you can see off in the distance many, many small, dark shapes. And because of the position you currently hold here and the lack of detail, it's extremely challenging to make out any sense of depth. They could be very small things that are close or massive things that are far, far away. But you can see broken bits of rock. It looks like chunks of other land masses that have been carved free. Things that almost resemble lengths of chain or tendrils that have severed from something that just kind of drift off across this little line of shadow. You can see puffs of cloud and almost like gently, softly gyrating waves of silver and glitter amidst black, void-like spaces, all just slowly shifting and moving.
We should link up,
I think
keep a hand on each other.
I want to go towards Ford's hand and hold it. Did I do it?
Nope.
I don't know. I said it at the wrong time.
If you will yourself
Oh, God.
to drift towards his hand.
Okay, yes, I do.
Okay. You shift and move in his direction at the speed of, what is your intelligence modifier?
What?
Oh no. How smart am I? Not very. +1.
Okay. The speed you travel is 3 feet around.
Oh man.
Ever.
So I have an intelligence modifier of -1.
The wings are not moving you.
And neither is anything else.
Adam, you do have a minimum movement of 1 foot around.
1 foot.
I'll try to reach Jester as well with a +2. Does that mean I'm 4 feet around? 6 feet around?
6 feet around. It is ×3 your intelligence modifier, so.
×3.
I'll link up with Jester and try and grab the nearest person that went through just before us, which was Yasha, right?
Yeah.
So I'll pull Jester and Will towards her and try and grab a foot or a hand.
And I'll try to will myself towards them as well.
I'm going to very slowly make my way towards the sheep, since it's the only thing moving at the speed I am.
I have a -4 modifier for intelligence at the moment.
You spin in space.
We're
Just-
Bo's just like. How long are you going to be a sheep? Sheep? Caleb could be a sheep forever. We don't know how this stuff works.
We should try and kill the sheep.
Caleb, are you going to
Sends
be
it
a
back
sheep
to
forever?
the
You can actually understand me.
The legs just go like this.
I think that's a no.
How would he know?
I don't know.
Should I just
I
grab
don't
him?
know.
Yes, grab the
hold
sheep.
on to the
Come here. Let's go.
Are you scratching his belly?
Yeah.
Now that we're on this side of the portal, do we have any sense of distance to this city? Or is it impossible to tell because space?
Make a perception check.
Yeah, okay. 15?
15. You are roughly about 2 or so miles from the city.
Oh boy.
2 to 3 miles from it.
1 foot every 6 seconds. That's 10 feet a minute.
We're gonna be here for a year. I don't know. I can't do
guess-
the math. I'm not very intelligent.
If there's no friction, right? Couldn't the fastest person pull everybody else? Or no?
You could certainly try.
Okay. So I can go 9 feet per round.
Yeah, we're fucking talking now.
I can go 12.
Ooh.
I think Caleb can end up going 15 when he's not a sheep.
You have to make him not a sheep. Caleb! Will yourself to not be a sheep. That's how things work here. Just think, I want to be Caleb.
Ears go.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see you're trying. Try harder.
Almost got it.
Man, he's a cute sheep.
He's a real.
It's a real
It's,
sheep.
it's maybe he should just stay a sheep. It's not a bad ending for him.
I think
It's not a bad ending for him.
truth. He's been trying. You watched him do it again and again, but it always wears off. I imagine some grass and hay.
Hey.
Like it'd be good to eat.
Hey.
Nothing happened.
I don't dream make it. Rats.
I'm gonna will myself
Sorry.
over to.
Intelligence score, not intelligence modifiers.
Oh.
That does help.
Oh, that.
I was like, I wrote that wrong on my sheet there.
What's the rule
Okay.
Sorry.
we're going by?
Times 3.
Correct myself. I was like, no, that seems way too low. So it's
Okay.
3 times your intelligence score.
Oh, well, that's not too bad.
That's better.
A little bit of practice.
I was
we're
like,
getting a little
that doesn't
faster.
make.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Anish will say, from a narrative standpoint, it took a moment to kind of adjust
Yeah.
to
We
the
had to figure it
surroundings,
out.
and now you start picking up some speed. Like, oh, I get it. It's like riding a bike.
Don't doggy paddle. All right.
42 feet.
Well, I can still. Can I still test? I'm gonna go over to Caduceus and just be like, here, hold on to my belt,
Okay.
and then. Can I tug him?
Can you?
You can.
You
Can I tugboat him?
You can.
That sounds
no,
worse,
that seems
doesn't
worse.
it?
I don't even know what that is, but it seems like
You can.
What's the matter with you?
What?
just floating around tugboating people.
Motorboating.
Oh yeah.
That's better.
Tugboats from the other side.
I'm sorry, Matt. Oh no.
Which is fitting given the skit. Hey, Beth,
What is it?
you can see invisible things how far away from you?
I can hear invisible things.
Oh.
10 feet from me.
Shit. Right on you.
Everybody can
But
hear.
Bo and Caleb can see it better than the rest of us now.
Can Caleb see better? What?
I thought you guys can see like invisible things now.
Oh.
Caleb, can you see invisible things?
Yeah, that's
It
true.
was seeing in the dark and seeing through illusion.
Seeing
so
through
far.
illusions. Okay.
Turning back to the door, there's no portal, right?
Gone.
Can I just make sure that the tomb takers are not behind us, trying to follow us in?
Make a perception check.
Oh, natural 19 for 22.
22. Looking back at where you came, it's just an endless expanse of odd textures and shifting bits of nonsensical matter. Glancing back towards the city and towards the rest of your friends, you do make out 2 shapes heading in the direction of the city.
Eyes on. Way out.
They're a ways off, and you watch as they both kind of divide.
Lit.
What? They're gonna send the threshold crust into different places. That's how they bring the city back.
Shit. Are we...
Do we
How many threshold crests do we think that they have? Just 2?
They have 2. Divide and conquer.
Well, and they can't get it back if they only have 1. Right. So we could just all go after Kree.
You don't know which one is which.
The shapes, yeah, which is which?
We don't know.
Does anyone have... you can dimension door over to them.
I have 500 feet, yeah.
I do too.
How far are they away? We don't know.
You don't know.
We also don't know what that would mean where we are. I mean,
yeah.
You still have Find the Path, yeah, Cad?
Doesn't it only last a minute?
Find the Path
thought you
only
were
works
only
if we know
sheep
where
for a
we're going.
And we need to
we
know
have
where you're
something of where we.
Well, you can't track the threshold crests.
I need like something of like I need a chunk of threshold crest to, or I don't actually know if it would work on an object.
We need a chunk of...
Do I have a
left or right? Left or right?
Left.
Right.
I'm a right.
Boulder Parchment Shears. Here we go.
Anybody want to go left?
I was thinking left as well.
Left.
That's 3 lefts, 2 rights.
Thinking right too.
That's 3 rights, 2
Because I
lefts.
feel like
Say
Lucian
right.
is left.
I say right.
That's 4 rights, 2 lefts.
Left.
That's a left, so 4 rights.
In
3
4
lefts.
lefts. Oh, great.
Artigan, which way do you want to go?
left.
Artie
That's
gets
it.
a
Right.
count. Artie
Let's
gets
not
a
even-
count. Right or left?
It kind of sprinkle curls out on the shoulder, and you watch as, in a similar way, now that there's kind of the pretenses of drop, there is a similar fey glow to the creature that you've seen in times around Frumpkin, actually. There is a similar type energy and kind of just ever so faint arcane aura to it. And you watch as the intelligence of a weasel is present, and then within a moment, it seems to almost adjust itself, like the essence of Artagan is stepping into Sprinkle before it looks over towards you. My, you've certainly found yourself in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah, we're in the Astral Sea. Look, there's a horrible city. We have to stop it from being delivered.
My apologies, I've never been here. This is wild.
Right or left?
Left.
Left.
Essex,
That's
he's
what I
the
said too.
tiebreak
I
since
said left.
sheep can't talk.
Oh, that's true.
I voted.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So that makes it left, right?
Wait,
Well,
so
Essex
It's
gets
4
the
and 4
vote.
now.
all right, so Essek gets the vote. Let's try left.
Left.
Left it is.
Okay, we all
Now there's
think
pressure.
left, right?
Yeah, both think real fucking hard. Let's go. Well, not that
Smell, do you
hard.
think smell in the Astral Sea? How does gas work?
Yeah, it's true. How does it work?
Hey, I've got a.
Maybe we move
I've
a
got a
little further.
divine.
Like a.
When was the last time you used your channeled divinity D100?
Oh, but I want to kind of save it. I don't want to use my channel divinity for choose left or right.
I was hoping to find like exactly like
Where we
an
should
idea
go?
of exactly where we should go to find Kree, like where they're gonna drop Kree's.
Yeah, because at this point, we're all here for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it a try.
All right. Can you show me where?
Has it
Green.
has it been 7 days since you used it the last time?
I think it has.
Wait, since you successfully used it?
I think
I
it's
don't
been
think
7
it's
days.
been 7 days since we used it in the.
Blooming Grove?
No, because it worked when we were up in.
Blue Man Group?
You're right. Never mind.
Blooming Grove.
Has not been 7
I
days.
don't think it's been 7 days since we
I
did
think
it.
it's been 7 real days. All right,
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah.
I could double check into our friends at Crit Roll stats, but that'll
I'll call
take
it.
a moment.
Okay. It's been less than a
Okay.
week.
It seems like that, right? We've only
pretty
slept
sure.
a couple times.
You're still clear.
I'm in the clear. Yeah, I could try it.
Just got a little easier.
Well, you successfully did yours before you guys left Isocross the first time.
Is there an
Oh, that's right. It was when we were in Isocross the first
So
time because.
I feel like it's been a week.
Yeah. Because then we. Has it been a week since then? Fuck, I
I'll
don't
go
know.
for it then. All right.
Try
I
it.
feel like I think it's been a week at least because you guys have stayed out multiple times in multiple cities when you were gathering allies and information, when you made it to the Blooming Grove, and then travel.
We said we have about 10 days.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like it's been a week.
Sorry,
so if you
Calvin,
want to
I thought
try
it was.
No, I thought you were right too.
Wait.
All right, let's. It's been a week. Boy, it's been a week. All right. I would like to be guided to the location of where Kree needs to bring the threshold crest. The threshold crest. My brain. Boy, no. That was a lot of unintelligible words for nothing.
You quietly pray, and you can sense the Wild Mother is reaching out to you, but the connection you normally maintain seems to be slightly obscured and fuzzed by the current proximity of the Astral Sea.
Very fair. Worth a shot.
We're going left. We could gain 1,000 feet, but it would burn spells, and I don't know how much closer that would actually get us. Well, we could all get 500 feet closer.
I think it would be better to let them separate a bit more before we try anything.
Caleb is
know
chewing
we're
on
following
Yasha's
them.
coat.
Seems weird that Lucian would just let Kree go off and not protect him.
Faster to get
Doesn't
it
care.
But he needs both of the crests delivered. Just doesn't seem.
Yeah. Anything could be a trap at this point, too.
Yeah, well, we just got to pick a direction and go.
Left, I guess it is.
Let's go.
All right. Who has... So for you would be the slowest member of the team, but
Yes.
you are...
27 feet.
Correct. So mostly your walking speed while flying. And what's the sheep's?
I'm actually walking.
Oh, -4.
So you probably have to drag the sheep along as well.
Well, I'm
Yasha's,
still holding
yeah.
him.
Cool. All right. So that being the case, as you all begin to will yourself in the direction of the city, noiselessly, frictionlessly, you all begin to drift with imagined flight and locomotion towards the city of Cognouza below. Slowly it begins to come more into focus, and as you now have a sense of movement and its approach, you get a sense of the sincere mass of this location. It's larger than you expected for being just a portion, a ward of the city of Aor and some of the other wards that you had experienced for your time in the ruins. Those of you with discerning eyes can see some repeated pattern in different neighborhood layouts, like certain street arrangements and structures that seemed very unique, seem to be repeating elsewhere.
Like Fibonacci spirals in the road.
Mm-hmm. Like as the city has slowly expanded over the time that it's brought its consciousness together and swallowed things in the Astral Sea, it's begun to replicate itself
Carbon copy itself.
as it expands.
And I know I'm just a sheep, but are the buildings that we're seeing larger than normal buildings, or just there's many buildings that have sort of multiplied out the same way that the roads have duplicated and
From what you can tell now that you've traveled quite a bit, they appear to be sized for normal humanoid folk.
Okay.
Just numerous neighborhoods. And beautiful. It's you can't help but be struck by a bit of awe to see after how much of the ruined city of Aor you'd been trudging through in the dark beneath, to now get a glimpse of what it would look like in its heyday. And it's gorgeous. You can see where there was prominence and, to a certain extent, the arrogance that would ensue from being responsible for a society that looks this erudite. Still further you drift, and closer and closer still, following the left-hand path, you said.
Can we tell if we're following Kree or Lucian at this point?
I will require whoever's taking point to maintain another perception check to see if they can keep a bead on the movement.
Shit.
It was either Bo or Ford.
I'm so bad at this. Can I assist Ford?
If you'd like to.
I'll assist Ford. Can I just scanning on the horizon, seeing if I can spot movement?
All right, between the two of you, perception check with advantage.
Natural 20.
Keeping
for 23.
That's great. Keeping a bead on this figure, this one figure that's darting off and kind of making their way towards a portion of the city. You stay trained on, and the rest of you kind of shift with Ford, this like slow-moving flock of the Mighty Nein kind of adjusting as he does, getting closer and closer, and eventually you begin to find yourselves above the first parts of the city, where you're now looking down upon the streets and neighborhoods. Impossibly intricate, beautiful white cobblestone streets, buildings and tall multi-story structures and abodes, residential spaces that intertwine with bridges, and thin, tall towers that come to these intricate peaks. The streets are barren, empty, a frozen point in time, without the people, just an expression of what's there, minus the society.
Do the buildings have eyeballs? Like we've seen some of them going...
You swear you saw that from a distance, but none were that large. And that vision specifically, I should have specified, was to the two of you. But from this distance, you would not be able to tell. The detail is way too small.
And the tendrils that hang underneath the city, they just continue to hang. They don't start to reach out and pull, do they?
You don't see anything like that, no.
Fuck.
About this time, as you're keeping a train on this individual, a voice rings through all of your minds simultaneously. Welcome, guests, minds, kin. So rare. Welcome us home.
Nope.
Do we all hear this?
You all hear this.
We have to destroy the city.
You glance down. After you all kind of look at each other. And now there's people in the streets.
Oh. What?
Where they're like, and unnaturally, like there's no way this many people could have rushed into the street this quickly.
For a moment, you all kind of looked at each other and then began to move forward and glance down, and now it's a bustling cityscape. You see people just walking in pairs or solo groups and picking up things and pulling carts and just going about their business.
Do they look corrupt or...
You're too far up to make any sort of perspective view of that. You'd have to get closer.
Wow. Is there anything following us or coming in from any other side from the void?
Make a perception check.
25.
25.
Jeez.
No.
Okay.
No. Nothing in your entire...
I did a little twirl.
Periphery catches your eye.
And just to be clear, are a lot of us still pretty busted up from that fight?
Yeah.
We haven't healed or anything.
Nope.
I don't think we should set foot down in that city if we haven't.
Well, where's the individual going?
Slowly coasting down towards the city itself.
We do have a mansion. We have the tower we can hit.
Well, we have a sheep. Can I use like a medicine check on him to see if I can see like people skin coming through? Does he look like
Sure, make a medicine
sheep
check.
forever?
We could just hit him real hard.
Punch me in the nose.
I don't know. Is it like a polymorph sort of thing, or is he like?
Only
is
one way
it
to
true
find out.
polymorph?
Gotta be.
It's not like
He did say
26.
if he changed.
He didn't mean this. Lamb shanks.
26.
26. Physically seems like a sheep.
You know, I'm just going to take initiative. May I?
What?
You'll thank me later. I'm just going to bap the sheep.
You punched the sheep!
I'm going to hit the sheep with the stick.
Yes,
Okay,
you do!
roll an attack.
All right.
Crack that damn sheep.
Feels like an Aesop's fable or something.
You crack it open, a wizard comes out.
That's a... I don't do this
Better
very
be able
often.
to hit a sheep.
That's a 17 to. Wait, I believe. Hold on.
That hits
Only
me.
get to hit
Yeah,
me
you're fine.
that hard.
That definitely hits.
So flame.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Flames on the side of
Trying
my
to
face.
figure out. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how like my attacks work. 'Cause I never use them anymore. Yep. That's
Like keeping him on my hips.
no. For some reason it doesn't say, but that's okay.
A little pat on the nose.
It's your stab.
What
It should be a
happens?
1d8 plus your strength modifier.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
3 hit points
Good dude.
was all you needed.
That's 1d8 plus my strength
Yeah,
modifier.
or 1d6, your choice.
Okay.
Because we have one-handed or two-handed, as that would work.
6 points.
Okay. So you have three hit points as a sheep.
Yeah.
So Caleb takes 3 points of damage,
Five.
bludgeoning damage, as the sheep form reverts.
You take 2 points because it was a 5. Because I forgot to remove one.
Got it.
Okay.
Oh, hey, you're back. Good work, Caduceus.
Thank you.
I'm learning from you guys. If if it's a real problem, you just smack it.
Right?
Want me to still hold on to
Sometime.
you, or
Yeah.
should I let you go?
No. Well, maybe just for a moment.
I got it.
I'm kind
Big
of beat up.
I don't know how much you were tracking. We are following that individual, if you can see. It seems the two of them split up.
Does anyone have a telescope or anything?
Oh my god, I do. I have a Vontica spyglass. I forgot about that.
Let's go!
Use it!
I'm sure it's not cursed at all.
Come on, space pirate!
Go ahead and make perception check with advantage.
Ooh. It's probably still
I'm
gonna be
guiding
bad.
her.
Oh,
I'm
and
patting her back.
guidance.
In fact, I'm trying to pat her back, but
They're both the
Sprinkle
same
runs
roll.
up and pats her back as well. We're both patting her back.
Okay. 20 total.
20 total. Okay, with the spyglass. Now that you've kind of followed behind and you've come both covered down closer to the top of the cityscape, the tower peaks and apexes beginning to get close to brushing where you're gliding down towards the over end portion of the left-hand side of the city. It's a problem with eating before we play.
Yep.
You see the figure dart down over some buildings and vanish into the city below. What you do catch as well with the spyglass is of the shape that drifts down, you see the hint of a tail behind.
What?
They both have tails.
I don't think
What?
Lucian did. Does
No?
Lucian?
No.
Lucian has-
Yeah,
Lucian has
I
a
have
tail?
I
Does
swing my
Kree was
tail
in the
up.
back.
We have tails.
right. So does Kree also have a tail though?
Yeah.
They both have tails.
Was it a furry
Well,
tail or a smooth-looking tail?
Was it a furry tail or did it have like a little?
It's hard to tell with a 20.
Did it
Should've rolled
seem
high.
like it was a thick tail or a skinny tail?
Did it seem like it was a thick tail or a skinny
We
tail?
can do this all day.
Hard to tell with 20.
Yeah.
Someone with a tail. Okay.
It was in the reddish, purplish tone.
Cool. Wish I would have been using this spyglass this entire campaign since I've had it. Kind of forgot I had it. So that's cool. Great.
If you forget to use it going forward, you suck.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Yeah.
Well, we just.
Okay. Well, he went.
going,
Did
right?
whatever. Whoever it was went down there and.
But we're saying we don't want to go down there while we're not healed, right? Should we just get far enough before we stop?
Caleb, do you have enough for the tower?
I do not know.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the hard part is if we lose sight, we're just guessing.
It's a city full of maybe people.
Yeah.
We should keep following.
Yeah.
We need to get somewhere where we won't lose it, but we need to rest really, really
As long as we just.
How are we gonna rest? How will we rest if we sleep for 8 hours? He's going to bring the city back. We're gonna wake up and we'll be back in Exandria.
Yeah. We're just going to have to keep pushing
Yes.
past the
Yeah.
moment.
pushing for the moment.
I've got a health potion if anyone needs it. In dire straits.
I could burn a spell if you really need to get
I
that.
know, I could too, but I'm real shit at curing people, but I could
could-
burn a spell.
I'll burn a spell. How
Currently less than half.
less than half?
And Yasha's real fucked.
So
Yeah.
a full heal spell might be.
I'm a little over half.
We could do like a mass cure wounds. That's a fifth, though.
Yeah. Actually, what's the 10-minute one?
Yeah, we'd be
That's a
back in
prayer of healing.
Do a prayer of healing, but that's 6.
We're gliding as we
Yeah.
hash this out.
I mean, it's gonna help a little, but
Prayer of healing just gives.
D8 plus 5.
Okay.
DM, if we ever get within range where we might be able to
And that's a what level?
discern a figure on the street,
Second level is 2d8 plus 5.
I want to
so it
cast
goes up for everyone.
see invisibility.
Maybe do it
You
a
got-
second at least.
Okay.
I'll do it at 4.
I just don't know our
Oh,
distance
okay.
to target.
Honestly, everyone's so beat up, it's not like we need the magic's gonna matter anyway.
Are we doing a
Gonna
choo-choo
die
train
from
to
one.
float to the
Yeah, from
I like skydiving,
I feel like
skydiving?
diamond, holding hands.
Healing is
And
not
it's
a
not
waste.
everybody, so
Healing
it's-
is
It's
never
how
a
many
waste.
Yeah, all
6 people.
all traveling at the speed of the slowest member.
okay.
The slowest member. So not the sheep anymore, at least.
No.
Well, the sheep is being carried. I'd say at that point, not so much.
Oh,
but
okay.
unless you want to leave somebody behind, like you can,
Yeah, we-
you can tether and tug, but it's still the speed of whoever that.
Oh yeah, we never got that answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
27 for
Tether
me.
and tug.
We should get rid of that.
27 healing
My
to
speed.
6
No, no,
people.
no.
Oh.
We gotta pick 6 people to heal.
Oh.
I'm at about half.
Who's at the lowest?
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, you're pretty bad.
I'll take it if nobody's else taking it.
3,
I'm at half.
4. I could
No
use
one.
1, so that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One
I'll
more.
take it if you're not down at all. Are you down?
I'm down a little. I mean, I'm at like 2/3.
I'm
Okay.
down like 60 points.
Okay, then. And, well, yeah.
Oof.
11, 16, 21 points.
Take it.
Pretty good actually.
Thank you, Caduceus.
Thank you, Cognouza.
Think you could do
Thanks, he's the bunny.
A little better.
My current hit points went up when we rolled, so should I get rid of those so I'm still at the same?
Nope.
No, Matt said we could take
No,
them.
the hit point bump you
Cool.
can take, but
Okay.
any sort of spell slots and such would require a rest to
Copy.
begin.
I mean, I could do a 5th level. That's a mass cure wounds. It may be better. It's better to do the prayer of healing at a bump, though, isn't it?
Yeah, the 10 minutes gives you the D8s.
Yeah. That makes more sense.
We might be there in 10 minutes if we can see people walking around.
I don't have prayer of healing prepared because let's
Okay.
be honest.
Sorry. A lot of laugh for that.
So,
Truth.
because we're going as slow as the slowest member, should we split up so
Well,
we
I can tether
balance?
Caduceus. I'll help yank Caduceus along.
Okay, I mean, you're pulling, and it kind of like meets in the center of both of your speeds, so it does speed him up a bit, but it
But it
does slow
slows
you
me
down.
down.
What
But
if
I'm-
what if I took his other hand since I'm not the
that's a good
fastest
idea.
here?
It's a good idea.
Do you have Expeditious?
No, not right now.
I do.
I don't think it'll change your intelligence.
Yeah.
It'll double your speed, though. Right?
It's brain powered here. Thought powered.
Would it work? Yeah, that's a good point.
Not my strong suit.
Okay, well, I'm still keeping. I'm not losing where I watched that person drop down.
No worries. So yeah, the good news is the individuals that you're chasing here isn't speeding at an incredible speed beyond you. But you are slowed by the general speed of the group.
Get it.
As you begin to get closer to the city, you begin to feel a unique tug. Like gravity's beginning to kick in.
someone tugboating us?
Sure. Whereas the closer you get to the city, there is some sort of gravitational pull towards it, which doesn't adjust your movement. You still will yourself in the direction you're going, but you can feel that distinct kind of pull, whereas previously it was just a free-floating lack of gravity. Which leads you to believe, probably in proximity to this city, one could walk on the ground per normal.
Okay.
And utilize speed as such.
All right.
But currently it doesn't feel like a fall. It just feels like
A tractor beam.
Exactly.
tractor beam.
You didn't realize you didn't realize the lack of gravity until you begin to feel gravity again, and you're like, right, that feels normal. That was weird.
Okay.
Eventually, you begin to crest up to that one little kind of area, that one building rooftop where the figure vanished over. And forward as you drift and look, there is a kind of an intersection thoroughfare, a kind of small square with a fountain and a little park and a domed tower with a unique kind of astral device on top of it, and homesteads and people that are kind of out in the street talking to each other and moving and going about their business.
Because I can see these people, I'll cast See Invisibility for the next hour with the Star Razor.
You got it.
What is their dress like? What are they, a variety of peoples?
From what you can tell, they are a variety of peoples. Human, mostly human, some elf. Outfits that do resemble some of the outfits that you found on various corpses throughout the ruins of Aor. So these appear to be Aorian individuals.
Does anything else appear when the spell
Cast
takes
invisibility?
hold?
No.
Okay.
And are we drawing any attention by being here?
Nothing seems to be paying attention to you at the moment.
Is there any?
Not right now. You guys are just up in the air above like a rooftop, kind of in the sky looking down over this intersection.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And our quarry has already gone down. Well, we couldn't tell because they went over a lip, right?
They went over a lip, and now you've caught up. You could attempt to see if they're anywhere within sight if you want to make a perception check.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Scan
So
the,
2 individuals can go ahead and roll perception.
I'm going.
I'll give guidance.
I'll take it.
I'd rolled a natural 20 anyway. 30.
Yeah, you did.
30. Okay.
Is that new? Babe.
You give a confident glance around here and do not see an individual that resembles either Lucian or Kree.
And there's nothing weird about the way people are moving or acting. There doesn't seem to be some sort of...
The total of what was it?
30.
30.
Plus guidance if you want to take
Oh,
it.
you know? 34.
You're at a distance, so you know.
I'm looking for it.
This is practically a zoom and enhance moment for you here.
Something must be wrong, and I know that.
Perfect steady cam.
You notice townsfolk are walking and they're stopping and facing each other and then going off their own way, but there's no conversation. They're just kind of almost going through the motions.
Are they acknowledged? Oh, we're too far away from me to...
Too far away. But they're just, some are picking up things and then moving. Some look like they're interacting, but they're just looking at each other and then continue on their way.
They're like background extras.
Would you say we're 100 feet or farther away from them?
Right now where you're standing, or sorry, where you're hovering, you'd be about 90 to 100 feet away from the nearest person and about 150 feet from the middle of this kind of main area where you saw the figure vanish towards.
Something is very not right.
Yeah.
This is... I don't know, I need to get closer.
I wonder if all of their minds, you know how when I tried to send a message to Yusa and all I got back was just that screaming? I bet that's what's in all of their brains.
I mean, Caleb and I can now talk to people through our minds, so maybe they just have no need for their voice anymore.
Oh, interesting.
Or the other way around, they just don't need their bodies anymore. And
Yeah.
it's just...
They're not illusory, are they, to Bo and Caleb's eyes?
No, they're physical.
Okay.
Yeah, that actually tracks.
This may just be going through the motion.
Emotions,
Yeah.
and their minds are elsewhere.
Caleb, I don't suppose you want to, with your
Need to get
speed,
closer.
fly down and like slap the top
Something
of
so.
one of their heads and fly back up again.
Who knows how fast they might be.
Or at least try and make eye contact.
Or slap their heads.
You said there was like a device in the center of this courtyard? Like a...
So you see there are a number of buildings kind of surrounding it. There is a raised area with a fountain in the middle, though you would also note there is no water in the fountain.
There is no water in the fountain.
My God.
What is this place?
It's the best fountain I've
Damn
ever
it.
seen.
It's all wrong. It's all gone wrong. Get hold of yourself.
You maniacs.
What have you done?
There are a number of connected residential buildings. There is a kind of a beautiful dome structure with like a kind of like a metallic weather vane type device on top. There's a tree and like a little kind of garden, almost like a courtyard garden area.
A healthy tree?
Yeah, is the tree alive or is it one of those rotten
It's
trees?
vibrant and green.
Are there any buildings with roof access that we can see with like a door going down or anything like that, like a way to get inside a building from the roof?
No. A lot of the roofs are kind of textured and smooth and either like, tower tops or just a shingled roof, but you do not see any signs of fireplaces or any chimneys, at least. You do not see any sort of hatches or openings that way.
Any second floor, third floor windows that we could maybe Peter Pan our way into? So
there are some windows, yeah.
I think we need cover, and I think we need to not fly down to the ground.
Aren't we losing? Are we worried about losing who we're chasing?
We've lost who we're chasing.
Yeah, we don't
We
know
need to
which
find out
direction.
where they were going now.
Okay, I'm gonna try divine intervention
I'm sorry, I thought they went into the ground.
Yeah, you said they went towards the center courtyard area, right?
You saw them vanish over
the edge.
over the edge, kind of in the direction of this general intersection. And by the time you've caught up, they're not.
Yeah,
present.
they just did this, right?
Exactly.
And then we came over the top, and it's Times Square.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. They could have switched back
Now
around.
it's
the
not
building.
super dense here. There are anywhere from like 8 to 10 people in this courtyard,
Okay.
just kind of going about their business.
Kill them all. The one who screams is our person.
I think going inside and just having a moment to walk down into this might be a smarter idea than flying.
It's only 8
into-
to 10. Should we experiment with one of these people? See if they even have eyes, look at us, anything?
You can
They
try
might sound
sending
the
a
alarm.
message to one of them and see if they can respond.
Very smart. All right, sure. I'll pick someone who's walking away from us.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess fly close enough to be within 120 feet.
Okay, easy enough to do.
And take out a wire and cast message and say, hey.
It's not that easy, is it?
No, it's not. I need someone counting.
I'll count.
5.
Hey there. You. Nice day out today, isn't it? So nice, you should look up in the sky and see more.
Wow, yeah.
You can reply to this message.
Sounds about right.
You do not get any response, but the individual that you're targeting, which looks to be maybe a 17-year-old girl, jet black hair in kind of a light lavender day outfit, but like really nice, long, wide robed sleeves, walking along, just stops.
Ooh.
And looks up. And then continues walking.
Okay, okay. They understand language.
Interesting.
They're alive
Too.
to stimulus.
Are they?
Yeah.
That's a assumption.
She didn't do anything.
I feel like anything
looked
we do
up.
right now is
I mean,
poking
didn't
the
try
badger.
to.
Yes, they're not in fear or
Yeah.
yeah, so maybe we can go down and get closer.
I get a bead on another person and think, excuse me, do you have the time?
The individual kind of stops and looks up at you. And just screams fully loud
Wow.
towards you. This endless, echoing, terrifying, volumetric scream that just goes and goes and goes. Nobody else is paying attention at the moment, and then suddenly it stops. And you feel this like buzzing in your head. And a voice in the middle of just your mind that goes, "Ah, I see you. Come. Come. You must talk."
What do you want to talk about?
Many things, but quickly, before the others know. And the figure just still staring at you walks over into one of the side, kind of, not an alleyway, but one of the streets, and just stands next to this archway.
I don't like any of it.
That was one of the most unsettling things I've ever seen
I
in my
thought
life.
Matt was going to open his jaw and just keep going and go.
And another Matt was going to be inside.
What's weird is I wouldn't have been surprised with everything else that he does. It's like, how does he do that?
I was going to attack it with fire.
Caleb, you're making friends. This is good for you.
You guys didn't
We
hear
didn't hear
anything
that.
either. You
We
just
just
saw me
saw a
looking
scream.
at a person.
It seemed like a nice scream.
You all heard the scream.
The scream, yes,
Yeah.
but I didn't say anything.
What happened?
Did you do
he
this?
tell you the
I
time?
reached out, and they reached back.
So,
They
And
invited me down to talk.
Do you want to talk?
I don't know what else to do right now.
I think we should.
We've got your back.
ask him where the threshold crests go.
Oh, boy.
Well,
Well,
Let's go down.
When it looked
together.
up at you, could you see eyes? Like normal
It just looked
iris pupil?
humanoid, right?
Eye?
like Matt.
At the distance
Mercer.
you're at, it looked
Another Matt
humanoid.
Mercer.
Yeah.
Let's.
Okay, well, don't come all the way with me, but don't be too far behind.
We'll be on the roof maybe. above
Okay.
you.
Seems like a good idea.
No, I think this is
Within
a terrible idea.
Within 60 feet.
Yeah.
60 feet above them is fine.
Okay, I will, with my at intelligence 20, 60 feet and around kind of speed, I will, for once, zap down.
Yeah. You travel faster than anybody in this troop when you have a speed of 60 while gliding around. Just okay.
I'll trail him just as a guard, and once I'm within 60 feet of those people, just divine sense, just to cover it.
Okay. So, of the square, there's the little archway where the individual is kind of standing against. You glide down to it. The rest of you are staying near the rooftops. What are you
I'm
doing?
staying closer, 60 feet above the population.
Above population?
Yeah.
Kind of over the main thing? Okay, so you're kind of above in the center of the...
Sword out, the whole thing. Not trying to hide anything.
You've got it. Okay.
Is that weather vane thing close to us?
It's across the way from where Caleb's quarry currently is. About 60 or 70 feet across the other side of where the fountain is.
Great. Me and Bo will go over and check that out.
I'm going to head towards where Caleb's going, but I'm also going to do the 60-foot thing and just do a Eyes of the Grave on one of them, like a couple people.
Yeah, I want to get close, stay close to Caleb, so
Just-
same area.
Sam, I'm Sam.
Sam?
Okay.
Sam.
Damn it.
So we have Bo and Veth are making their way towards the domed tower on the other side. Everyone else is kind of staying near Caleb, or Ford is right kind of over the middle of the whole intersection. Got it.
I'm gonna be like right above the arch where the person went.
Okay. So Caleb, as you dart down,
Yeah.
it's this kind of arch that goes over the middle of the roadway, and you drift, and the individual's just kind of standing there, arms to the side. Getting a closer look now, you can see it's a man in his 40s. Looks like he hasn't shaved in a few days. Little salt and pepper hair on the sides. Hair is kind of combed back and a little bit to the left. Back and to the left.
To the left.
Dressed in nice clothing, though of a unique design that you've, only seen in other places of the AOR ruin. Something out of the corner of your eye twitches, and you kind of glance over, and the base of the stone archway, the stone seems to gradually turn a reddish tint, and towards the base of it, it seems to almost fan out like a skin where it meets the ground. You could see this kind of smoother, fleshy texture where veins seem to almost undulate and bulge beneath the surface, and you can see a couple of errant teeth just kind of poking out in place.
Get the fuck out,
And it
dude.
just becomes the archway and is stone.
Yeah.
Damn this place. One out.
Not a fan. Not a fan. Not a fan of this.
Tomb.
Give me the sun. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Teeth and flesh, teeth and flesh.
Survival of the fit.
How close do you get this individual?
Close enough to tugboat.
Yeah. 6-inch range.
Oh my
Let's say 10 feet for now.
10 feet.
Yeah.
You drift down before them.
The budget.
They look up, and you can see the face is just blank before it goes.
Oh, God.
And you start sobbing before the sobbing stops. Their head twitches a bit to one side, and one eye turns red and swells. Their head seems to rise, to just balloon up as this massive red eye is now peering towards you with it, and you feel your brain begin to get that fuzz a bit.
I want to get closer to be in Caleb's range.
Okay.
If I'm able, I'll pull back another 5 feet. If not,
You pull back about 5 feet, and you recognize this eye. It's been in a dream or two before, or at least something like this. And it says, "You know the terror of the end, mortal ones. The nothing, the acceptance of fate, or even oblivion. We cannot end. No, at all costs, oblivion must be destroyed. We will endure." You're hearing this in your mind. Everyone else, you're just watching them stare at each other. In Beauregard, you are catching the faint conversation.
Eyes of the grade, divine sense, anything trigger within 60 feet? Nothing.
But the closer you get, you begin to hear the conversation in your minds too.
I'm like right above it.
Yes. Driven by fear. You are powerful. Yes. The need to survive. Yes, we can protect one another. I am Timore, one of the Somnavum. And I beseech to you, I need your aid. Your aid.
Explain.
Elatis and Luctus, pact to end our march, to bring darkness and nothing to all that we have made. They embrace the unknown. Their reasons are madness. They must be stopped. If you would find them within the Aether Crux. End them, so that we, others, may survive. Please.
You are not all one.
The others are not here. They cannot hear me. Just you.
And if we were to help you, how would we?
Find the Aether Crux. Find where Lactus and Luctus, where their essence resides. And end them.
Can I insight check to see if it feels like a trap?
Sure.
Is there insight in the madness?
Yeah, right.
We walked into WandaVision.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
9. Maybe a 9 is extra special here. And
It's not even trying to read
No.
the vocal pattern, because there's no voice. These are just thoughts and emotions and just a shotgun of fear and communication through a veil of scattered insanity and madness. It is impossible to make out any intent behind it beyond just what's being said, but what you do take from it, all of you do, is a profound sense of terror. Not yours, though you may have your own in this instance, but terror from this entity, this Timore.
And the names he said were Elactus and Luctus?
Elatis and Luctus.
Lattice and Luctus.
Luctus.
I wrote it 3 times trying to remember what you said because the sounds were so simple.
And the Aether Crux.
Aether Crux. And what did this individual say that, I don't know if it's talking about itself, but it said a name beginning with a T?
Timore.
Timore.
And he said he's one of the Somnovum.
Yes.
And we
And that the-
met one just walking around the park, or
Well,
no,
he
they're
said the-
part of a hive
No,
mind.
they're hive mind.
Yeah. And he said, but the others
Said he-
aren't here?
They can't.
It also doesn't mean he's telling the truth.
Right.
Or he's going rogue against the other side
Yeah,
of
that
him.
could be what it is.
I think that's what's happening.
Or there's.
Where is he? The eye kind of like looks around, and there's no expression. It's just this giant, swollen, kind of like fearful face and this gargantuan red eye that is just burning towards you. Where is he? Where is the Nonagon? His second walks, but he is beyond our sight. He was to come, but we can't see him. Maybe he'll help.
What will you do when he arrives?
He's going to help us through. Help us home. Welcome us home.
How many of there are you?
We are 9. And under the 9 and within us, many. And as you hear many, everyone in the street around you at once says, many, in unison.
Ooh. No.
Maybe they just need us to help them.
I cast Meteor Swarm.
Come through.
Yeah, so they can be better again.
I don't have it, but I'm just...
Go to sleep.
This place is strange to us. What do we need to be wary of?
The rest. I must go. I can sense them coming. They are curious too. They're curious too. And the eye reverts, and the person just liquefies into the ground. And where they were, cobblestone.
Shut the
These people aren't real. At least the people aren't real.
Yeah.
Get out of there,
This is
Caleb.
like bioorganic dream material, and the consciousness can slide around to anywhere it wants to go.
I don't
And he
like any
said
of this.
there's 9, and then 9 within, and then 9 within. It is a fractal. This whole city is a fractal.
I go down the 60 feet. I land on the cobblestone. I don't approach Caleb, but I just feet down.
You touch. You're touching the city.
Yeah.
You can feel the gravity. It walks normally.
Take the tip of the sword and I just poke the cobblestone. Make a sound like stone.
Yep. Tink. Tink.
And there's still others walking about.
There's somebody else now who's kind of turned towards you. You can see this older woman. Her, gray and white hair is braided up into this kind of top-back, beautiful bow-like bun. And she's wearing these kind of deep green and turquoise robes. She's carrying a small bag. It looks like it's containing some fruit. And she looks over towards you and takes a step.
I take a step back.
And you all begin to notice the people that are walking, as they walk, and you get a look, the clothing, the sleeves, there's no, sleeve that goes over an arm. The sleeve becomes a hand.
Oh my.
The robe becomes a neck,
Like a Barbie or like a doll.
meaning it's all one
Yeah.
thing.
Like when you have a doll and you're like,
Painted on.
yeah, and there's not really sleeves.
With each step, a portion of the ground reaches up for the foot, and something from the foot reaches out and tethers and pulls it down.
Yeah.
This old woman never fully leaves contact.
Yeah.
And as she approaches, her throat bubbles outward and the mouth opens wide and a giant red eye appears. And a voice goes, Who was here in your mind?
Who was here? We don't know. We followed someone here.
You all can kind of begin to hear this growl come through in your various minds. I can sense the brethren. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, Emira.
Ira?
Amira?
Oh.
Ira.
Ira. apologize.
Roth Ira.
Very important to have.
Brother of Sep.
Every name. There's no name that you can make that we can't break.
I know, and there's no way that I can't make you pay for it. All right.
March here with vengeance in your souls. Yes. An inferno in your bellies, pushed by pain and the need to make it. Make the plains bleed as you have suffered for their lack of respect. They all shall feel our wrath. Creation is born from destruction. And if all that is worthy of us is destroyed, then so much more can be created. All the gods and fates that threw us to torment and death, they all will pay. Who were you talking to?
We are new here. It is hard to get our bearings. We're not sure.
Make a deception check.
You're gonna get somebody in trouble.
With disadvantage because you are marked by them.
14.
14. The eye that's looking at you shifts over towards you. And the grandma's legs seem to like break and fold on them as her body begins to fall forward and then slithers across the stone around you towards Caleb before righting itself, the mouth still wide and swollen, the eye peering at you.
This time I don't back up.
Lie. And every other civilian around at once goes, lie, in unison.
It had the ring of truth, though. How do you feel about visitors in this, your fine city?
Was it Miramus?
Miramus?
Was it Guardius? Tell me.
The eye burns brighter and redder, and you can feel like this white hot pain in the back of your mind that begins to burgeon.
Yeah, it was Guardius.
Make a deception check.
A disadvantage?
A disadvantage, yeah.
21.
21.
Guardians, do not trust them. They push forward without call for truth in the evils of existence. They wash us all towards oblivion with arms open and naive. To strike first is to survive and to punish before you yourself can be hurt. All will eventually hurt you. Find their essences and destroy. Then maybe we can talk. Show me that you can do what I need you to do.
And the mouth seems to distend and break as the eye pops into red ether energy. The now swollen and pulled back woman's head seems to snap backwards. Her body begins to shake and quiver as with about 6 of the other civilians around you begin to just before their flesh all simultaneously tears open in a whirlwind of teeth and eyes and muscle and tethering tentacles. I need you all to roll initiative.
Matt, you're so good.
I don't like Ira.
Tamora, Ira, Miramus, Guardius, Aladdis.
Gaudius. G-A-U-D-I-S.
So I just threw under the
Makers
bus.
of premium
Guardius,
handcrafted
Miramis,
gaming
Ira,
terrain.
Tamore,
Yeah.
Lattice, and
Guardius.
Lattice and
You
Luck.
want to become a master of
Lattice
battle
and
maps like Matt
Luctus.
Mercer?
So many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Cut your
We got
teeth out
6 of
Dwarven
them.
Forges
Name 'em
starter
again.
sets.
Name 'em again.
Guardius, Miramis, Ira, Tamore, Elatus, Luctus.
Check it all out at
So
bit.ly/critroll.df.
You would come down here near the fountain, you said, in the center?
shit.
Sure.
I'm Ira Glass. Welcome back to
I know,
this
that's what I
Aeorian
think
life.
I was within a movement's
I would like
distance
to
of
thank our
Caleb.
sponsors,
Yes.
Utter
Caleb.
Madness and Terror.
Had been,
Love that dude.
Yeah.
Caleb, you had been approximately, well, some of these individuals.
I mean, I was nose to nose with her at the end there,
Okay.
which is great.
Right, which she would have, we'll say, about right there.
Can't
after
say shake and quiver.
withering around.
Can't.
I know, every time. All right. Jester, you said you were
Above the arch.
correct. So, you would
So I
be
was basically like as close to the arch as I could get without landing on it. So yeah.
about there. We'll say.
Yeah.
Okay.
That only lasts.
Caduceus, where would you have been?
I would have been in that little like corner of the house, like floating right between those two, like towards you.
Over here?
And the like right there.
This
Here?
is so cool looking.
Like
Matt.
I'm terrible at this. Hold on.
That's what we have the the pointers for.
Like flying over here.
Over in this area?
Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
Just watch a little more, like closer to Caleb, like right there.
Out there? You got it.
Hey, my initiative is 7. I'll be back in a flash.
Essek would have been likely ready at the defensive points, kind of up on the rooftop of that building there.
Should have healed Essek.
You healed us.
Not everybody.
Essek.
Not everybody. He's taking a little bit of hurt, but he's not.
No, he was pretty,
Actually, he's
he was
taking
pretty
some
fucked.
hits. He's taking some hits. Yasha,
Yeah. Okay.
you said you were
I
staying.
wanted to be pretty close to Caleb.
Correct.
I hadn't touched the ground yet, but I feel like I'm pretty close, kind of hovering above the ground.
Okay, we'll say you're about
Perfect. Yeah.
here-ish.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll say there.
Oh boy. Okay. Let me roll.
Do you think they'll all be immune? Everything here will be immune to radiant and necrotic like the creatures in Aeor?
All right.
Well, I think the creatures in Aeor
Bo and Beth, you said you were heading over towards the.
were.
Yeah, we're near the
Different?
weather vane.
You got it.
This is a whole other ballpark.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think they were basically cloning god fighting creatures. They were basically like test tube, creating like an army to be resistant against gods.
Right.
Is what I'm pretty sure was going on.
It's entirely possible that this is even like that little psychic damage may go a long way. We don't know.
And you know what? Since we are about to go into battle, let's go ahead and do initiative order, and then we'll probably jump to a break so we can go ahead and use restrooms and stuff before we jump into this.
Okay.
But to do that,
This is going to be ugly.
Yeah.
God,
That was the warning.
alrighty.
this could be a long night.
So 25 to 20.
21.
21.
We're missing
Alrighty.
Caleb.
1, 2.
My babe.
Bo, then Yasha.
Baby.
Hell yeah. Then we have 20 to 15.
16.
My initiative is brought to you by Dwarven Forge, and it's 17.
17.
bit.ly/critroll.df.
We were kind of talking over.
Beth and Ford. 15 to 10.
11.
All right. 10 to 5.
Caleb rolled a 7. A Sumpfs.
Caduceus?
Pretty good.
Even.
Oh no.
Nope,
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
Sumpfs.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
Ich bin ein.
Good, I can
right?
pick
That's
up
1, 2,
anybody
3.
who dies.
Okay.
True.
Berliner.
That is.
So-
There you go.
4.
I'm a donut.
Good. What did Essek roll?
Oh yeah.
He actually is same as you. But,
Okay.
But he goes. His dexterity is 16. What's yours?
My dex is 18.
So Jester, Essek, Caleb, Cognouza.
So the ones with the sort of charcoal bases are the baddies? Is that right? Or are they
That's what I mean.
Kind of meat-colored font.
gross?
Yeah. There's a little
individuals.
meat lady with a
Can't wait
diaper in
till we
front of
can
me.
be like up close and personal with the map again.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
I know.
I don't. I like my table.
I love having space.
But maybe we can wiggle in closer.
Yeah. I want to be able to like.
Wiggle and quiff.
Yeah.
Alrighty. And so, with initiative set, with all of the entities now burst into terrifying, fleshy abominations.
Cool.
Just like Barbie dolls.
Exactly.
What an analogy. Whatever happened in Kentucky, man, just keep it in Kentucky. I don't know.
They do like dolls.
Yeah.
You know.
Like tentacles with big eye faces. Just like
blue
Barbie.
eyeshadow and pink lipstick.
Like Barbie.
We'll go ahead and take a break. So, be back here in a few minutes to pick up for this combat and see where things go from here.
Neat.
So, you're the adventurers they've been talking about, and you've come to seek my guidance. I've battled the most unspeakable horrors to crawl upon the face of this tainted land. Even faced evils that claw and gnash from twisted forms, bent on destruction and slaughter. Though it is the monsters inside us that take the greatest toll. Your tools will be your life. Every elixir, potion, and concoction, a powerful weapon on your hands. Each victory will bring you closer to your next, equipping you to face the darkness of this land. Failing is not an option, lest a fate far worse than death greet you. So tell me, strangers, do you tremble at night, haunted by visions of the dead? Does the sound of the infernal, rattling their demonic chains, chill your blood? Do you cower at the thought of losing all you love to the corruption of the beast? No? Well, perhaps you have what it takes. With this tome of knowledge, your training begins. Let's see how far you get.
This is everything you need to know about our terrain in 60 seconds. We hand sculpt our pieces for maximum detail and artistry, infusing passion into every millimeter of our work. Everything is available beautifully hand painted so you can start playing right away. Or you can choose unpainted to paint everything yourself. Our pieces are completely modular so you can use the same sets to create a new adventure every time. We create everything out of Dwarvenite, our top secret PVC formula that's nearly indestructible. We pack our pieces with as many features as possible, such as swappable LEDs to quickly change the look of your scene. We offer magnetic accessories to add flavor or increase the danger. A 1-inch tactical grid is sculpted into our floors. We offer a range of environments, including dungeons, caverns, cities, castles, sewers, forests, mountains, streets, burrows, ice, and hellscape. And that's just the beginning. That's everything you need to know about Dwarven Forge in 60 seconds.
critters, Laura Bailey here. Let's see what's up in the Critical Role shop. I mean, the Traveler always says impulse purchases are a good decision. Roll an investigation if you want. It's basically perfect. Go ahead, darling. Treat yourself.
This is a lot of stuff, you guys. We have like so many cool things right now.
I mean, seriously, look at this thing. So click on over to the Critical Role shop. Don't worry, there's a few more minutes in the break. You still got time.
Hello, everyone. It's me, MARISHA Ray, Creative Director for Critical Role Content. And I want to take a moment to speak from the heart about how much we appreciate your support. No frills, no crazy gags, just honesty. Over the past 5 years, we've made a lot of ridiculous promos in an attempt to earn your subscription here on Twitch. We've leaned on juvenile prop humor, cheap costumes, and putting our loyal employees in slightly embarrassing situations, eagerly hoping that we've captured your attention. Today, I am not resorting to edgelord jokes written by Brian W. Foster, or dressing Sam as a celebrity to recreate an obscure commercial most people haven't seen to remind you that subscribing with a Twitch Prime account requires you to resubscribe each month. We don't always need an elaborate green screen gag or have to put Matt in cosplay to tell you that you can easily gift subscriptions to fellow critters if you're feeling generous. I mean, hell, I've consumed entire production days shooting complicated parody promos featuring Taliesin Jaffe as a vintage spooky boy in full monochromatic glory, all in the hope that your smile may turn into a sub. But not today. No weird graphics. No puppet murder. No Sam Riegel. It's just me. Here to say thank you. Love you all. Good night.
And welcome back. We're gonna jump into this initiative order in combat.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh God.
Oh, right now.
Oh, we didn't strategize.
You didn't know anything about them.
Talking about
But that's fine. Bo, you're up first.
So all these fleshy things are bad at us. Is essentially it? All these fleshy things
I mean,
are fair
you don't
game?
know.
It seems like a pretty primal display.
Yeah.
Who was? Where's the grandma that split in half?
Colors and actions in
Caleb.
nature that seem aggressive.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
do I get any weird feelings or thoughts from the eyeballs that are on my body?
At the moment, not anything different than you've been sensing since you got here.
Okay, please don't barf. Oh God. I'm going to. I'm gonna jump and head towards the one that was getting up in Caleb's face.
Okay. Are you using your base movement onto the ground, or are you going to use your intellect to will yourself to move?
Well, in all honesty, they're pretty close to the same.
Fair enough.
One is a speed of 55, and the other is a speed of like 57 because it's 19 times 3.
Fair enough.
So I will use my brain.
Check out the brain on Bo.
So wait, we're still unaffected by gravity up here, Maddie?
No, you can feel the tug of it. You can choose whether or not to go by gravity.
Laura, come on.
I thought we finally got past that.
Hey, come on. After the last 2 hours, what'd you expect?
We said it like an hour and a half ago.
So we can choose to go by intelligence, speed, or
You will,
tugboat.
as you kind of wheel yourself off of the top of this and glide downward.
I guess let me
say
touch.
defense
Let me get to the ground with because that'll be my move, I guess.
Correct.
So let me move as far as I can to the ground,
There.
Shame.
which has me how far away? Like 15-ish feet.
Yeah. 10 feet away.
10 feet away. Okay, yeah, I might as well step in the wind to get there.
Okay, let's do it.
And as she moves, do we see her literally move in a diagonal?
You see her kind of glide down,
Awesome.
touch on the ground, and then go into an immediate run towards it as you approach.
And
What does the ground do as her feet leave the pavement? Is it that same like thing?
Question.
Right now, it's just stone. Nothing different.
right now.
Okay. I'm gonna take up my staff and give it a nice little twirl behind my back and see, just kind of start laying into this thing and see what I can do.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what's gonna happen. You all right, baby?
Good. Oh, go
Inhale
ahead.
some spit.
Inhaled some drink.
Pop.
Pardon me.
The first one is a natural 19 for 31 to hit, and then the second one is 21.
Oh, great. Both those hit.
Both of those hit. Okay. Okay. The first one is 10 damage.
Yeah, dude.
10 damage. Stunning strike. Let's see if I can even stun these things.
Stunning once, stunning twice.
Soul to the mic of the corner.
It is not stunned.
Soup with rice.
It is not stunned, but you rolled. I thought I heard a clanky clank. Did I hear a clanky clank? All right. Cool.
Tell you that he looked at what he rolled at though.
Yeah. The second is 11 points of damage.
11 already.
And I'm gonna flurry of blows from here and see.
You've
if
already used your bonus action to step at the wind.
You are right. That's it. That's my turn.
Did it look like Beauregard hit the thing and it reacted and recoiled?
It took hits and was like, but it's like punching a waterbed almost.
Okay.
And then as soon as you recoil, teeth begin to emerge where the impacts were and kind of drift along the outside, and you see eyes open and then whip and then appear elsewhere within the body, and it just kind of undulates and changes shape.
Does it look familiar to our eyes or?
No, like actual humanoid
eyeballs. Okay,
whites and
okay.
irises eyes.
Okay.
Great.
All right.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
That finishes Beauregard's turn. Yasha, you're up with Veth on deck.
Okay.
No idea.
Is that a bird on top of the fountain?
It is a sculpture of a bird, not an actual bird.
I'm gonna go over to the bird. No,
At the start of your turn,
What's that doing here?
you begin to hear, for those who are in proximity, all of the mouths that are undulating and shaping and reverting are now beginning to scream together.
Oh, shit.
And the screams are filling the air, and those that are nearby them right now, Yasha, you are feeling the screams piercing into your ears and your mind. I need you to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Yep. Let's try.
My sword? Do I?
You get the bonus from your sword,
Okay.
yeah.
Just seeing if I needed to take it out or anything like that. Okay.
It should be out, yes.
I mean, I wanted it out. I didn't know if he was gonna let me do it. Okay, come on. You
can draw a
roll well.
weapon as part of your action, so.
Okay, come on. Natural 20.
Yes.
Okay. So you managed to shrug them off, no issue. What would you like to do on your
Kiss
turn?
the sword. Okay. I am going to rage. I'm gonna rage.
There you go.
You got this.
Okay. So I'm gonna attack.
So you're gonna drift towards it?
Yeah, I'm gonna drift towards it.
Staying floating, just kind of like with sword out, ready to go. You got it. All right, make your attacks.
You're attacking Grandma?
18.
18 hits.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Stand by. Go to my notes. Okay. That would be. Okay. 36 points of damage. Woo! I rolled really, really well.
Oh, holy Avenger.
Second hit.
Second hit, go for it.
Ugh! It's a natural one.
First strike, you carve through it and you watch as a large part of its body just sloughs off onto the ground and then begins to disperse like a reddish purple liquid and then slowly begin to seep into the ground and become cobblestone once more. Much of it still remains, but it is heavily, heavily wounded. That finishes your turn.
Yeah.
All right, finishing your go. That brings us to Veth. Ford, you're on deck. Veth.
On top of that tower, can I use partial flying motion to get around the back and inside the clock tower there, or whatever that tower is?
You could. How far can you fly with your intelligence?
46 feet.
Easy enough to do, yeah. If you'd like to.
But around the back so they don't see me going in.
Correct, so.
Whoa.
Weird. I saw it separate and then didn't separate.
Yeah, it's being a little wonky there. It's okay.
Oh boy.
So with that,
Pretty, man.
you drift through and then fly through the space, and you can definitely make it within the inside of this.
Okay. And then I'll sort of bonus action hide if I can.
Easy enough to do from there.
I'll just roll a stealth check. 27.
Feel pretty well hidden.
Okay. Now, do I want to kill or do I want to disable? Are we resting ever?
I hope so.
We don't know. So we need to, but it doesn't feel like we're able to.
Sure would be nice.
Sure would be nice. I'll try to disable one. I'll point to the one close by down there, and I will...
Right there?
Yeah, I will tell it a joke! I will point at it and say, what do you get when you cross Beauregard and 2 bowls of bran cereal? Monk shit!
Wow. That's good. Wow.
Wow.
Oh no.
You have to roll.
And I get advantage on my my thing because
you?
Because I'm hidden. I have a
that's right,
I'm a
the ambush, the
spell
magical
sniper
ambush.
or something like
Yeah,
that.
you do.
You just auto.
It's a wisdom save, right?
It's a wisdom save.
Okay.
Oh yeah, maybe the whole city will laugh.
Just plummets through the Astral Sea.
I started a joke.
You see it kind of like, part of it kind of spirals upward and turns towards you, and about 6 eyes kind of appear in that space.
Oh god.
A mouth opens up beneath and teeth gnash. All these mouths begin to appear and laugh on its surface as it spills into the ground and begins just turning into nothing but a pile of swirling flesh with dozens of mouths that are all laughing.
Oh, my
you begin to have horrible flashbacks to the laughing hand, but nevertheless, it is affected and is prone.
I'm slaying him.
The laughter doesn't hurt our ears like the screaming does.
Killed him in Aoria.
Not at the moment. No one. You can hear the laughter in the distance, but it's also you're hearing the screaming of everything nearby you right now.
Okay.
All right, so finish your turn, Beth.
Yes, it does.
Ford, you're up.
I'm going to use my mind to push myself 42 feet straight up into the air off of the ground.
All right. Up into the sky. Now we're all flying around.
Wait, 48 feet.
I'll remember, it doesn't need to be quite.
I got it. Pardon me that I quickly.
Whoa.
Super glue.
Oh no.
Get your super glue on, Ford's feet. It broke.
Live gaming right here.
Wait, did you just break Ford?
It came off his base.
Look, I work out as often as I can, okay? But
Face came off?
Yikes.
These aren't fiends, are they?
Mask him any face?
No.
They are not fiends.
Okay. Just making sure.
Magic of super.
Aberration.
Aberration.
Are you literally gluing things right now?
I am.
Holy crap.
All right, so you want to go on
Live?
top of there 42 feet up, you said?
Yeah, just 42 feet straight up from the ground.
Okay.
42 feet?
Yeah, that's exactly what my...
That's the meaning of life.
What?
Little
People
Scott
that know will
Adams?
know.
There you
Okay.
go.
Douglas Adams.
Douglas Adams, yeah.
Not Scott.
This guy right here by the door. I'll send 3 Eldritch. Was that getting warped by
This one right there?
I'll send 3 Eldritch blasts in his direction.
You got it.
That is 28 to hit.
That hits.
Second one is it's a 15.
15 hits.
15 hits. And 28 again.
3 hits.
Okay. No, this is a 10. 9. 13, 21, 20, 21. 34 points of force damage.
Got it.
And with my bonus action, I'll make my face turn into a big red eye.
Okay.
I don't know. Win an Aor.
Yeah. All right, that finishes Ford's go. It is now the Cognouza Flesh Horrors go.
Flesh horrors. Cognouza flesh horrors.
Flesh horrors.
Cool.
Hoarders.
This one's gonna go ahead and move.
Hoarders?
Horrors. Horror.
Horror.
This one's gonna move 20 feet up to Caleb there.
Oh, good.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh no.
This one's gonna go ahead and move 20 feet up to there.
Ah.
That's as far as it can get on its movement. This one's gonna move 20 feet up to there. This one can't do anything right now. This one's gonna go ahead and move 20 feet up to here. You get the immediate sense that they can't travel quickly as they... Some of them kind of like slide like that one grandmother corpse did earlier, but she was being puppeted by something else and had alacrity that these lack in the moment.
Oh, interesting.
So those 3, 4 can't do anything, but those 2, one's gonna go after Caleb, and one's gonna go after Beauregard. Caleb, attacking you. 26.
Hits.
And 12.
Miss.
Well, that was against
damage.
Oh, that was 1 and 2.
No, that wasn't damage. That was to hit.
Oh, to hit me?
Yeah.
Oh, a 12 against me?
Yes.
Oh, so I didn't get another one.
So, the torrent of teeth does get to you.
The torrent of teeth.
These are all friendly names.
I stopped using torrents years ago. Exactly.
It's for the best.
why.
Yeah. All right. So, You take 32 points of piercing damage.
Oh my.
32 points of piercing damage.
Correct. And I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, I'm good at that.
Is he within 10 feet of me?
He is.
You have advantage.
Thank you. Ooh. Ooh, I rolled an 18 and a 19, so 19.
Okay. You watch as a tendril goes out and wraps around your body, and you feel like you're being buzzsawed from multiple positions in your torso, and you manage to tear yourself away as it tries to wrestle you to the ground. You're fine, other than the damage you took. And as it pulls back, these tentacles whip out towards you, and you just kind of back down, and the staff kind of gives an immediate shield, and they just reflect off. No impact. Beauregard.
Interesting.
That is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
And 19 to hit.
Miss.
All right, so torrent of teeth against you. Okay.
Are they rangy? Are they like slurping out over 10 feet?
Slurping out.
The ones that are right next to you, so you don't know.
Can't tell.
That would be 34 points of piercing damage as the teeth grind into your body, and you manage to force yourself out of the way. Hopefully, if you make a strength saving throw, please.
Within 10 feet?
Yes.
Strength saving throw. Not good. 15 total.
You get to roll again, because I have Holy Avenger. So hopefully you get better.
That is better. 18 total.
Checking the Avenger, I think.
Yeah, just double check.
Is it anybody or once per turn?
Creates an aura in a 10-foot radius around you. You and all creatures friendly to you in the aura have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
That's what I was going to check, so.
Sorry. My bad.
It's okay. You rolled well last time, so you're fine. That
Really?
first one.
18.
What was the first one you rolled?
A 15.
15 is just what you needed anyway.
Oh.
So you take the damage, but it does not wrestle you to the ground.
Don't go in the
And
wood
the
shop.
second attack, as the tentacles try and whip out towards you,
Okay.
you manage to just
Oh,
knock
right.
them away
That's
with
the
the staff
19.
in your
Yeah.
That finishes their turn. So they're not terribly hardy, but they definitely pack a punch.
Yeah.
That brings us to Jester with Essek on deck. Jester, what would you like to do?
I'm going to.
Right.
I would like to rage! I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt. But I'm going to use my Ring of Spell Splitting. So I'm going to
Okay.
aim at
Cool.
one of them in the midst of the group.
All right. Which one? The one. There's been two of them that have been hit. This one's been hit.
Okay.
But both the ones that are right there, up in the middle of the fray, have been hit.
Okay. I'll do the one closest to the wall.
Okay.
And then I'll also do the one down on the other side, in between like the circular tower and me.
Over this way.
Yeah, that one that you were just pointing out.
Gotcha. So those.
And this is a third level spell.
You got it. Let's go ahead and roll for attacks on each. What you're noticing with this, the weird, wild, estranged magic of Aeor that was based in the Crash of the Ruins does not reach to this space, so you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, great. Ooh, both of those are really good. A 25 and a 28.
Both hit. Let's go ahead and roll damage once, and they both take it.
Okay. So that's 6d6. That's great. 11, 16, 22, 24 radiant damage to both of them, and they're both, the next hit has advantage.
Indeed. The next hit on this one is advantage. This one, as you slam it with the guiding bolt, it impacts and it screeches, the scream suddenly becoming a dozen to 100, and then it just burns away into ash and is gone. In the middle of the screams, you briefly hear a sigh of relief.
Freed from hell.
Let go.
You want to move? Stay put?
I'm gonna rise up. I'm gonna rise up.
Rage rise up?
Rage
Rise up. Like 20. Oh God. Actually, oh God. Maybe I don't want to rise up. I'm gonna rise up and stand up on the rooftop. Not the same one that Yasha's on, but the other one. This one.
Why did you spray
Over here?
laser on my table?
Did I?
I think it was a reflection.
Yeah.
All right. Definitely got that.
Bee-bop-ba-doo.
Okay. That finish your turn, Jester?
Yes.
All right. Essex, go.
Could we see the whole square?
Can we see the whole square?
Please.
Good.
Cool.
Alrighty.
Overwatch. Can we see the whole square?
Oh, I can hear.
Hey.
So they're slow.
Robble, robble.
Yeah.
They don't seem to move very far.
Thank you.
In comparison to some other things
So
you.
we could run away.
If we're in the mood for that.
But we just freed one, and it felt happy. We must free every citizen of this city.
Yeah, by all means. Essex is going to go ahead and
Is that what we're doing?
drift down and kind of glide above the ground here. As he drifts there, he brings his hands together into like gathering energy perspective, full on Hadouken, motion, like crackling energy. And then he one-handed flings it forward, and a bolt of black electricity arcs forward through that one, and off about another 30 or 40 feet in that direction before we hear the crackle and a slight boom of thunder in the space, doing a lightning bolt against both of them. That's a great roll. Whew. 36 points of damage. If they make their save or not, that guy fails, and that guy fails even lower. Okay. So that is 36 points of lightning damage there, and 36 points of lightning damage to him. That one's looking pretty turned up. All right. Essek withdraws and kind of stays floating in the position, and is going to go ahead and back up a bit. There's a little bit of movement left, which is also super high intelligence. Finishing Essex go, it is now Caleb's.
Okay, I don't think that the oogity boogity that's right there is right on top of me. It looks like it's a bit of a distance. Hopefully it is.
No, it's within 5 feet of you.
Within 5 feet of me?
Yeah.
All right, then I'm just going to pull out my cat's cradle and slam it into the stone and send streaks of fire with widow gas web of fire towards the 3 that are closest to me.
There, and there.
And one, I can go underneath the thing that Yasha's miniature is on to get the one that's just laughing on the ground.
Correct.
And one to streak diagonally past the one closest to me to get the one on the far fountain.
So you're going to hit all 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Dex save for each?
Dex save.
All right. The one that is on the ground, I believe, auto fails because it is incapacitated.
Okay.
The other 4 do make it, so roll the damage first.
Okay. 33 total.
33, all right. So he takes 33.
How do you do that?
Over there. Succeeds. That guy over on that side.
What is it?
16.
Doesn't that hurt your finger? It does.
That guy.
Oh, that's so simple. I was thinking it was so much harder than it was.
But he's taken enough damage that he just incinerates.
Yay.
Burns into ash as well.
Eat it, flesh horror.
That one right there fails and also ignites.
Nice.
Oh, thank goodness.
And screeches and screams before it is left into dust.
Do we hear little sighs of
Relief?
relief on those as well?
For each death, the screams turn into like a as the ashes fade off. And the last one, I rolled low.
Yeah.
And since there's nothing now on top of me, I will use my mind to fly 60 feet straight up.
With mind bullets.
Or maybe I'll go to 50.
Mind bullets. That's telekinesis, Kyle. How about the power
to move you?
There it is.
Mystery of wonder. Okay, that brings us to Caduceus. You're up.
I'm going to. I'm just going to send a sacred flame towards that one that's right below me.
You got it.
And that's a dex save.
That is a dex save. Fail.
All right, that's a. Oh, should just keep these out. I keep using them. Oh, that's pretty good. 20 points of radiant damage.
20 points of radiant. Nice.
Wow, it's still up.
Yes. That one right there? Yeah.
And I'm going to kind of fly a little towards Caleb and get a little higher into the. I'm going to just get a little bit higher into the sky.
Okay.
Yeah, just.
You're higher in the sky. We'll go with it.
Yeah, we'll go with
Use
it.
your imagination.
As long as I'm within 60 feet of these.
You're fine. Alrighty, that finishes Caduceus's go. Top of the round, it is Bo, then Yasha. Bo. The proximity of the screams around you, actually, just to go back on this, Caleb, go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please. But you do have the bonus of, oh no, there is no advantage for this, so.
That is, for me, there's a total of 16.
16, you're fine. Okay. Beauregard, roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Say it.
14.
14. Okay.
Ooh, it's happening.
Here we go.
The screams pierce into your mind, and you feel the spaces in your body where the eyes are set begin to vibrate with them. I need you to go ahead and roll a d8 for me.
Oh no.
No.
Maybe.
7.
7. Okay. You, suddenly, the vision around you begins to become a mess of colors and shapes, and you strike out towards the creature as it rumbles towards you. Go ahead and roll 2 attacks.
That's not the creature.
Look out, Yasha.
Hi, baby.
Whack whack! Flash monster!
Yep.
Okay. 29.
Does it hit your armor class?
Yes.
And 21.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and roll damage against Yasha.
No!
Why are they good?
First lovers fight.
Why is it good?
Why do you always attack each other?
I don't know. Why do I keep fighting?
We have so much passion.
Just so much pent-up rage.
The bodies hit the floor.
They're both 13, so 26 total.
But you take half of that because you are raging
Great.
and they're bludgeoning, so you take 13.
That's true.
Unless you
And-
take it all because of love.
Indeed.
I love you, but
No.
Also book.
So your turn ends as you pull back and the screams subside a bit, and you kind of shake it out and you look forward and you can see Yasha recoiling from the impacts of your blows.
I didn't.
I think
Oh no.
this was long overdue. I practically killed you. This is not that bad.
Well, I guess it's fair play. Yeah.
All right, finishing Bo's turn.
Yasha!
Yasha, you're up.
Okay, so
Turn on us.
also because I rolled twice because I thought my sword with the wisdom, but the first roll that I rolled was a 14 plus 1, so it brought me to 15. And then I
Right.
also rolled a natural 20.
Right, but you didn't roll. But you rolled advantage when you weren't supposed to, right?
I know, the 20 was the natural advantage.
To a total of 15?
Yeah.
15 is just what you needed.
Oh, okay. I just thought I had to be honest in case something happened.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
you rolled a 14 last.
Okay.
I rolled a 14.
Yeah, you were just beneath.
Okay. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push Bo with my finger on her forehead. And then I'm gonna walk to...
Her 10 strength.
I'm gonna walk to, or float over to the,
That was awesome.
in front of me. Yeah.
Okay. So as you glide through the air towards this creature.
Down here.
That's true.
Take a swing.
Go for it.
Okay.
The koosh.
Sword out.
The koosh.
Oh!
Say it.
Natural 1.
That's the second one today.
It is.
I'm gonna put you...
Get him out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I got time for that shit.
Come on over, Mika.
22.
22 hits. The first strike, you go and swing wide, and it seems like it's cutting in, but instead it's actually swallowing it. It's going into the mouth. The teeth are scraping on the blade, and you pull out quickly and angrily do a second swipe, and it does hit true. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
But since this is your first hit, you still do full damage.
Okay. I'm gonna try Savage Attacker. Oh yeah,
Dice
way
at the
better.
end?
Yeah,
They're teeny, teeny.
The size of teeth.
I know, they're really small. I just like them because they're cute.
Cute, though.
they're baby
Hey.
teeth.
They're real
I
teeth.
feel like you got me those way back in the day. Anyway. Okay.
First teeth fall out.
I did give her teeth dye, so that makes sense.
Oh, 36 again.
That's great.
36 points of damage.
Wow.
One hit.
You, angrily, your second swipe cleaves it in half, and both sides kind of and slowly dissolve into the ground. It is destroyed.
I'm gonna turn behind me, just over my shoulder. Give her a kiss. Blow her a kiss.
The tentacle monster?
Yes.
Wait.
Super into tentacles.
Wait.
Or that probably. Leave it. Move on.
You're in trouble now.
No.
Yep.
Who's next? I'm done.
We'll explore later.
It is now Veth's go with Ford on deck.
Is there only one creature left?
There's two of them.
Where's this?
One is no longer laughing. It
Oh.
did save
Taffy.
at the end of its last turn,
Oh, it's prone.
but it's prone still currently.
Okay, I will float. By the way, just checking around this clock tower, there's nothing interesting in there, like
Inside? No. And it's not as much a clock tower.
silly imp holding a glowing thing or anything. No.
Not on this floor, no. It's all pretty open.
I will then float out towards into the bough of the tree, the leaves of the tree, and sort of, make my way through the tree leaves, hiding as I go with my bonus action.
Alrighty.
With another 27.
You feel pretty well hidden within the leaves.
I peek out of the leaves and I fire my crossbow at the one that I told the joke to,
Go for it.
hoping that they didn't.
Okay,
see
you are
me.
hidden, so it's advantage on the strike. However, it is prone, and ranged attacks against a prone creature are a disadvantage. So it's just a single hit?
So it's not a sneak attack.
No.
Damn. Blew it, guys. I blew it. And it was a bad roll. 17?
17 still hits, though.
Poopy doopies. That is. It's too late to do that. So 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage to it.
We do, please.
It vanishes into it. You assume it hurt it, but now it's just like getting itself prepared to rejoin the fray since it was distracted by the incredible cleverness of your previous jest. That finish your turn?
That does.
All right, finishing your go, Veth. Ford, you're up.
We still
I will send 3 Eldritch Blasts. I'll gravitate so I'm right above the fountain, just up in the center. And I will send the 3 right by the one that's near the bottom of your hand.
Got it. Oh, God. Oh, God.
27 for the first, 27 for the second, and 28 for the third. Those were all stupid high rolls.
Why can't you roll like him?
14, wow, 14, 28?
Those slender wrists.
5, 27. 31 points of force damage.
Nice. Well done. That finishes your go. As you blast in with each of these, You see splatters of flesh and bone and other elements kind of scattering off. It's keeping itself together, but it's looking pretty hurt.
Nice.
Does that finish your go?
It does.
Alrighty, it is now their turn. Right to there. And uses its movement and action to get there, but that's all it does.
I want our campaign to just be all Ashley sound effects.
We should release a library.
So we could do an animated series audio pass where it's just Ashley doing all the M&E.
All right. Is she eating soup or is it a wet creature? You don't know.
The creature actually begins climbing up the tree. And joins you up into the branches.
Want to do some apple picking?
It takes its movement action to get there, so it can't do anything, but it is right next to you in the middle of the tree. All right, finishing their turns. Jester, you're up.
I'm going to float forward through the sky to get closer to Veth.
Over this way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably like halfway in between. I gotta get within 60 feet.
Okay, we'll say about there-ish.
Yeah. I'm going to cast.
What's your movement speed with flight?
36.
36. Yes, that's about as far as you can get there.
Okay. I'm going to assume their dexterity is low since they're so slow. And I'm gonna try for Sacred Flame on it.
Okay. Rolls a 9.
Sweet.
Yes.
Yes.
What a dumb movement.
I'm amazing.
Yeah. Sweet. 12 points of radiant damage.
12 points?
Wow!
It flares in the trees, and you see some of the branches actually get like kind of blasted off from the radiant power. You hear it screech.
You know, I thought that one was more damage than it was. Forgot. Sorry about that, Beth. I was trying to help you. That one was just laughing on the ground. Whoops.
That's all right. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right. Essex go. Essex kind of glides up, figures that they've got that one over there. Is going to go ahead and kind of join Jester over in this space.
Blaze glide up.
Essex, do better. Do better than me.
He's going to go ahead and firebolt that one. Oh, natural 19. Yeah, that'll do it. 3d10.
Should I have these or this?
The nuts.
Donuts.
Yeah,
Those nuts?
I should have these nuts.
So as you're screaming, Veth, the creature is like reaching out. It's beginning to wrap around you. You can feel the teeth beginning to push to burrow into your exposed arms. And as you pull back, suddenly it catches fire and begins to just screech, this high-pitched screech with multiple mouths around its body. It pulls away from you as you kind of shove it off, and you watch as it begins to burn against the branch. And as it hits the branch and burns, instead of the branch blackening, the branch begins to move away from it. And you begin to see the bark on the tree itself turn into flesh. As that part of the branch begins to retract and form into the tree, elements around you of the branches you can now see elements of eyes kind of peering through for a second. The tree itself also appears to be partially made of flesh.
Sure.
Gross. Fleshy trees.
But it is gone.
Okay.
As it kind of looks up at you and goes, there we go, teamwork.
Good job.
Thank you, Isaac.
With that brings us to Caleb's go.
Is there anything
I'm
I
eating
can't
trail
see?
mix in the middle of the
Any
battle.
baddies on the map from? Oh, there. Okay.
Yeah.
One right
In game.
So Caleb watches Essek huck some fire, and he just sort of smirks to himself and does the same and throws a firebolt at the thing right below, messing with Bo.
Go ahead and roll for an attack.
Mm-hmm. Natural 20.
Yo!
Firebolt. 21, so a total of 42 points of fire damage. Because of crit.
How do you want to do this?
I would let the firebolt hit it down at the bottom, and it would just wreathe around and burn all the way to the top, and it would just sort of char and bubble until it looked like fondue at Bo's feet.
You watch as the flames consume it and it squeals and begins to liquefy, and as it begins to slowly expand and melt into the ground, you see briefly a face left behind that just goes, "Thank you." And then sifts away, and left behind is just untouched, unscuffed, unmarked cobblestone.
Wow. That had this energy.
There it is.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Do you have to still do your thing where you can go catatonic?
Was that a person?
Oh, I don't know.
We probably can't stay here very long.
I think we should go.
We should go.
I don't think it matters on a certain level where we go, but I think we need to not be here.
And it's just streets off in different directions, or are we...
From what you can see, there's streets this way, this way, this way. This opening goes to 2 other streets that direction. What you have right now in the middle of this intersection that catches any eye is what you see on this battlefield.
We have no idea where.
You saw them disappear into the space, but you're not sure where.
Also, keep in mind that the city has been repeating itself, at least from what we've noticed. So there's probably like a true center to the city, and then like faker recreations of it, if that makes sense.
Copy of a copy of a copy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run over to just quickly inspect like some of the crates or boxes or barrels around to see if like, are they props? Are they facades? Are they full of actual items?
Are they flesh?
I wanna
You
look
cut into
inside
it, is it
a
cake?
window. I want to look inside a building.
Cake would be okay.
You glance inside the building, and you see what at first glance is furniture, but a lot of it seems halfway apparated. The table seems like it's kind of sagging, and elements of it are corporating partially. The door itself is like kind of folded over, like the doldrums. It's just like everything is slightly drifting, and you can see the coloration changing into different skin tones.
The interiors apparently are lazy. I'm going to back off.
Roll an investigation check if you'd like.
Oh. 29.
29. As you go over towards the crates, you open them up and you see there are items and supplies and tools and things in the crates.
And I like pick something up.
You grab it and it retracts.
Oh.
Gross.
That's terrifying.
It's bald fingers.
Try
imagine if you tried to
petting
grab a
it. See what
fork?
happens if you pet it.
Okay, I'll find a pair of pliers and pet them. I'll stroke the pliers.
Like that
You should
textbook
ask
in Harry
first.
Potter, you gotta
I should
stroke
ask
the
first.
spine.
Always ask first.
May I stroke you, pliers?
You do not get a response from the pliers.
I take that as a yes. No?
I don't know how Crabgrass would agree with that. But
Yeah.
Henry Crabgrass would say that's a no, but
Okay. All right, well then I'll leave it alone.
the living city in the Astral Sea applies to the Harry Crabgrass paradigm.
Henry knows best. I don't want to
Universal rule.
overstep.
I legitimately think there's nothing here for us.
Yeah.
I do want to go over and do what we were originally doing, which is investigating this fountain and this like bird, and I just want to see if there's a lever or a device or some sort of something because it feels so central.
Okay. I see you're inspecting which?
The fountain area.
Okay.
And I want to kind of see if there's a lever, button, etc. It's sort of cocked. It's half cocked.
Can you read it?
What is it?
Can you read
read
a
it.
primary number? Then it's not cocked.
Then it's not cocked. It's okay roll though. Wait, what was it? Investigation?
Yes.
I'm very good at this. 30 total.
Alrighty. Inspecting the fountain, there is no water present in it, and looking beneath, the kind of somewhat marble texture of the outside begins to darken a bit to almost like a purplish red on the base of where the water basin would be. And kind of looking down, you can see portions of it are like kind of slightly undulating.
But I can't see the bottom?
You can see the bottom. It just looks.
I can't see the bottom.
But
okay.
you do not find any sort of switches or buttons. This appears.
But
to
it's moving because it's probably also flesh,
Yeah.
right? It's because it's flesh.
Everything is flesh.
It's trying to give its approximation of water.
Water.
So I have a question.
It's a memory.
Yeah.
Well, I have two questions.
Mm-hmm.
One for DM Matt. Residuum, can that replace any component you need for a spell, or just monetary value?
It's generally used to replace a component that is consumed.
Okay.
Because you can use an arcane focus, which would be like a holy symbol that you carry, to replace any non-monetary based components.
Right. With Find the Path,
Correct.
it needs a component that isn't monetary, but it's not a focus.
I see. No, it does not replace things that require like specific locational things. Like it wouldn't replace a rod that you need to cast planar,
Okay.
Travel or anything.
My second question is, this whole city is made of flesh. Technically, everything is the same thing, right?
More or less, I think.
So, if we need something from a certain location, how does that work?
I don't know.
Like you're saying you have an item from a place?
Well, if we're trying to find the place with the threshold crests, we're trying to find what was it called?
The Aether
The
Crux.
Aether Crux.
We don't have an item though. We just have a body.
And I could cut off a branch from the tree. It's all the same thing. It's all the same creature.
Earth is the same Earth. It doesn't matter. It's just where it has to come from. It's spatial, not chemical.
Okay.
We need allies. We need to find.
Well, we might be able to turn some of these somnovum against each other, right? We know some of their names.
Seems like they're already against each other.
I'm kind of wondering if we can just find a couple that have interests that align with us.
It seems like Ira, Maramus, Gardius all seem to be.
Excellent note taking.
Thank you on that.
Laxtus was.
Ira was the aggressive one.
Yeah, Ira.
Timorai was the one that was sneaky.
And super terrified.
Scared.
I wrote him as
Scared.
fear.
Scared.
I had wrath and fear.
Same.
Oh.
Yeah, it's starting to very much be like their personality traits.
I mean, you put a city of people together and put them into one mind. Of course, they're not going to agree. We have nine interests,
Emotions.
9 fiefdom, and
Distorted
fiefdoms, 9
beyond all recognition.
families. Fighting.
So, if they are kind of approximations or divided emotions,
Conflicting.
maybe we just need to find the right emotion.
Clearly, they want out. Clearly, somebody wants out of this.
Well, yeah.
Some do, some don't.
We've got to just find.
Well, the one that I spoke to said that Gardius wanted oblivion. That seems different than returning home. Maybe that's our ally.
That's a gift I would happily give.
And then
One of them wants all of this destroyed and wants release instead of a return to power or a return to our home. Oh boy.
We should walk and talk. At least change our position.
I don't even know where we're walking to.
I'm going to do a
I
quick
don't either.
scan of the
We
rest
could
of
float
these.
up. I mean, we could get off the surface and
I think that's
float
actually a good
above it.
idea.
We could also go in one of these buildings and rest.
All the while, Lucian is finding his way to.
How do we find Lucian, though?
They said he was he was invisible. They couldn't see him. They saw Kree, but they couldn't see Lucian.
I bet they can't see us.
They said they could see Kree?
Yeah, they said they could see his second.
But that they couldn't see the Nonagon.
That's because Kree came this way and Lucian went the other.
Maybe. I imagine
that's
they'd
true.
be
You
able to
think it's
see
the
everything in the
proximity?
city.
That's what I would think too. But
I don't know.
We are-
It's one big hive mind.
well, if it's a hive mind,
Yeah.
it
Why would
still
they
might
need to-
depend on where there are eyes.
Yeah, why would they
it
ask
might.
us who we talked to?
It's
Right,
9 big
right.
hive minds.
Yeah, that's a point. They didn't know who we were talking.
We should move, at least up.
We are yeah.
We're floating.
We all drift up off of
Okay. You drift up and kind of peer over the space, and you can see where the streets go out, and beneath you is the center where you have been kind of glancing about and had this encounter with a few entities.
And
From where you stand, looking around, any streets that they may have ducked through, you would have had visibility.
Maybe it's that building. What's that one? Did we go in the house?
I'm
Do
just
we
gonna
want to do a quick scan of
let's
these
just
houses?
check. Let's just check them all.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you want to fan out in pairs?
Sure.
What do we do if we find something?
Scream like a bitch.
Yep. Yash and I will take this. We'll take. Whoops, wrong end. That was my. I almost my.
Caleb, I'll stick with you just in case.
Thank God I have 3 other eyes. We'll take this.
Okay, so Yasha and Bo.
This one, yes.
All right.
Which one do you want?
Who's taking what structures?
Do you want to take that little one in the corner? Over
Yeah, let's go look at the little one in the corner.
Just in photo.
Over here. All right.
Somebody
Essek
got our
raises a
exchange
hand.
student wizard. Essek.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go in. Is anyone searching the middle building?
I can go with you if you prefer.
Sure, come.
All right,
Yes.
so Essek and Veth will go into the middle building.
You already looked at the dome?
I didn't really. I mean, I saw the second floor, but not the bottom floor or the thing on top. Really. I mean, I was up there. Did it look like a weather vane?
Up very top,
Yeah.
it looked like it was a bronzed statue of various like planes, like a what's the word?
The rocket ride at
Astrolabe.
Astrolabe, yeah, that kind of a vibe. And the secondary floor was you just kind of dropped down real fast and looked and then darted out, and there's the stairs that go down to the bottom floor, but you haven't really inspected the space.
You can go check it out.
Ford Tough, you have seen visibility up right now still. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
And nothing weird with.
Make a perception check.
Okay. 15.
15. You comfortably feel like there's nothing untoward directly around you.
Untoward.
All right, so.
All right, who's going where?
Yasha and Bo are going in that one. Both of you make investigation checks if you'd like.
Awesome. 23.
19.
Nice. Glancing through, you enter and go for the stairs, and as you begin to step up the stairs, they're doughy beneath your feet. And you kind of glance up, and the second floor looks unfinished and mostly like pale, unsun-touched skin. You can see like almost translucent veins beyond the skin surface, and you go, maybe this probably isn't the way to go. The house does not appear to unveil anything of particular interest to your path.
I want to go back outside.
Yeah, let me see,
I
this
don't
is
like
good.
this house.
And it was Ford and Jester going to this one?
We're on
We
the
were going
Oh,
to
this
the
one
other
over here. Go ahead and roll investigation checks for me, please.
Can I give Ford advantage?
Sure, if you'd like to.
I'm gonna. The traveler's with you, literally.
Oh, thank you, Sprinkle.
Kill me.
That's great. So, 24.
Did you add a D4? Because I gave you guidance. That's the whole point of me patting you.
Advantage, 24 plus
Well, you can't give him guidance and
Advantage?
advantage.
I
Yeah,
can't?
pick one or the other.
24 is pretty good.
Because you're actively helping him with the thing. It's like stacking a thing onto a thing you're doing simultaneously. So.
I see. That makes sense. You take the advantage.
Don't look at me with the stink eye.
So what was your first roll?
24.
24. Pretty decent.
That's pretty.
She seems mad, but she really just has peanut crumbs all over her
Yeah,
mouth.
no, I'm literally just trying to
Picking
take
my
food
teeth
out of
with
my
the tongue.
You step into this building, and it is a two-story building from the
I know, did I seem
outside.
mad?
When you
Oh, no, I was
when you
thinking too.
step into the building, it is empty. There is no second floor above. It's almost like a facade.
Shell.
A shell of a house. And on the floor where it would be carpet or hardwood, or whatever the interior you'd expect. It's just like this tongue material. Like you can see the texture of like the little flesh cilia, like buds all across it.
I have to.
Me too. Like I really want to touch it.
It's pretty bouncy.
Yeah. I'm gonna just reach down and pet it and see what it feels like.
Oh, you're gonna get spit on your hand.
It is faintly damp.
It's literally like a tongue. No, Ford, don't do that.
It's
It's gonna
probably
call
done.
them here.
It goes away.
Apologies for folks. The final arc of this story is very body horror heavy, if you haven't noticed already.
Yeah, nothing on the ceiling, nothing that attracts the eye, anything like that besides this tongue shell of a house.
No, but what you do see is a similar kind of pale texture to the interior, and the dampness you felt was a saliva-like liquid that is just slowly dripping from the ceiling in places.
Do we want to get like a vial of this and give it to Veth or anything?
Oh yeah, good call. I'll take out one of my random vials and scoop up some of the spit.
What's it smell like?
Okay.
Ew, I can't smell spit.
Do it,
That's
just
so
do it.
fucking
Do it for
gross.
science. Do it
no,
for Veth.
no.
I'll smell it.
It has no scent.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. No scent.
Brush that teeth. Okay.
Is it the spit coming from the ceiling? Is there a hole in the ceiling? Is
You
it just?
don't see where it's coming from.
That little speed bag up there.
There is no abode uvula. No.
I think we're good to leave.
Okay.
All right, who's investigating which? So you and Essek are investigating
The middle,
right there.
the one with the bridge. Yeah.
Okay. Each roll investigation separately.
28.
Higher than him. This building has a little more structure to it. As you begin to peer and you see what Caduceus had kind of glanced in before and seen some of the furniture that is partially present, but kind of, Dolly-esque kind of melting at certain corners, and where it is, you can see the coloration begins to fade from the like hardwoods and polished surfaces to a kind of general ruddy skin tone with occasional bits of teeth poking through, like it's an exposed gum. You can see stairs that progress upward, and as you kind of make your way up, they are similarly soft under the feet. And getting to the second floor, there is a singular person kind of sitting on a stool in the center.
No.
Like looking at the corner, like in
No,
Blair Witch?
currently just looking down, kind of at their knees.
Josh, tell us where you are.
Hello? Sorry, is this your domicile?
Starts the same high-pitched scream in your direction,
Why?
and just holds it. You all hear the scream.
We go running.
Screams like a bitch. Flick my way up.
Oh yeah.
It's just staring at you, screaming and 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 screaming, and Essek's like, he flings a finger forward, and you watch as a bolt of flame kind of hits, and it ignites, and the screaming slowly withers as it burns away, and it's gone, and the screaming stops.
Still arrive in the window. Ha! Was that you? Essek?
Essek
Essek?
was protecting me.
From what?
Another one of this strange denizens here.
The ones with the flapping tendrils and teeth?
Not yet. We kind of beat it to the punch. Best not to be leaving alarms here and there as we go. Yes?
Very well. Carry on.
Is there more to investigate in here?
No.
Okay.
It's pretty blank beyond that individual.
All right. Meet everybody else back outside.
Right. Who else isn't anything?
So that's the bridged buildings,
It's just us in that last little cabin.
and the red roof has been taken care of. So the last cabin. Well, there's also the bottom of the
Yeah.
gazebo, and then there's two strange statues on this side. But let's try the house.
Okay. Investigation checks from both of you.
You can have my advantage.
Thank you.
And you looked at the bottom of the fountain. Well,
Yeah.
26.
I got like a 23 and just
Fair enough.
water. I don't know. It might be something.
This chamber in particular, the room is half there. You expect the walls to be an open space, but you go inside and it's only about half the size of the room. And to the wall, it seems almost like one of the walls has swollen outward a bit, and you can see textures of stone, but it's kind of bowing in places and bulging in others, where it's a very nightmarish experience of seeing something flat beginning to push against its own normal flatness. And as you kind of walk past it, you almost see like a hand push through the skin and move before pulling back in. You go and begin to make your way up the steps, and the steps just continue upward. There's no second floor until they hit a ceiling, and there's no door above. It's a nonsensical, non-Euclidean stairway.
Yeah, it's like a body horror Warner Brothers lot.
Just for fun, I'm going to tap where the second floor would be.
You tap it? The flesh opens up and there's teeth around it, about a 6-foot wide hole, like an open mouth, rimmed around with jagged teeth, and it opens to the roof. The stairs continue to appear and lead upward.
I thought so. All right, I'm heading up.
You head up and you are now on the roof of that building now.
Okay.
Floating in the air. Did you find anything?
I'm learning a lot. I'm going to... Are you behind me?
Yeah.
I'm going to float out the window and kind of brush against the window stone as we're going.
Okay, you touch it and it's like weirdly warm to the touch, and it does give a bit with a bit of pressure.
I cast Decompose as I pass by.
You watch as in that space, the flesh begins to quiver and twitch, and where it does, elements of it begin to gray. I know, I got it right.
Got it, brother.
It's always it's always a bit dicey for a moment, but I push through.
Yep.
Watch us on Twitch.
But the skin begins to gray, and behind you can see fungus beginning to build, and lichen and other elements of decomposition begin to take hold.
Oh, I bet you don't like that. All right.
And it takes root, right? It doesn't start and then fight it off.
You see no signs of it pulling back.
I'm going to Superman spiral over to the statue figure that I see by the gazebo tower.
Mm-hmm.
And take a closer look at it.
Yeah, what statue
There's also
There's
one
two
over-
of them.
yeah.
There's one's off
Indeed.
camera
This
right
here?
now.
Mm-hmm.
In that? Okay.
You go towards.
Sorry, did I? I did not. Did I? I would feel real bad. I'm so sorry.
That's okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
No lasers in this theater.
You head to it, and you see what is represented as a massive statue of a human. And as you get close to it, the details are fuzzy or gone. Like the memory of whoever the statue once represented has begun to drift. And as such, it is built and presented in a very memorial type way. This is meant to be in memory of a great figure of the Aeorian history. But as time has gone on, they're just kind of a blank face on a relatively featureless body.
Okay. Well, then I will just push past and walk into the bottom of the tower.
Okay.
Have we explored every building now?
No text.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
except
went
for
through
the
all of them.
gazebo.
You would have said if there was text on it, yeah?
Correct. There's no text on this one. But you can make an investigation check if you want to look around.
Sure. 16.
16. Glancing around, this space it's fairly empty. It looks like this is part of the part of the small park aesthetic here, like it was a hangout space. Where the stairs come down, you see a very faint kind of fold or line in what would normally be solid stone ground. Almost like at a certain point, it kind of creates this weird lip-like line in the floor.
And does the eyesight tell me that this is like a magically hidden exit?
Not magically.
Okay.
This is a physical line in the ground.
I'm going to finger it open.
As you touch the exterior, and it does give a little bit on your finger, it opens up into a similar porthole filled with teeth, and the stairs continue downward.
Hey.
That's it?
Basement at the Alamo.
Yes, I think to everybody, winner, chicken dinner.
I
Float
come
over.
back out.
Can I check out
Oh,
the
we
other
can hear you.
statue in the other corner?
All at once?
It's a one-way.
Amazing.
You go over and inspect it, and it's an exact duplicate of the other statue.
Okay.
It's an exact copy of a faded rendition of something. It's an odd focus to detail for not having much detail.
Look at that. It's the idea of a memory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you just start forgetting, things become fuzzy.
A lot of what here and not a lot of why.
I float quickly past everyone and head into the gazebo.
Yeah, I'm going with.
Yeah, let's go.
We all follow.
Into the bowels.
Ew, literally.
You're welcome.
Everyone into the puckering butt.
Following the stairs down, and the stairs that continue downward have no give. They're pretty sturdy.
That's good.
And it's an awful sensation because the temperature does get warmer the further you descend down the spiral, and gradually the stairs begin to be a little softer. You descend about 60, 70, 80 feet before the stairs become this interpretation of stairs, almost like natural rough rock stairs you would find in a cavern space, but spongier. And then you reach a bottom. Here you see a semblance of a corridor that goes in 3 different directions. It has the same brass-like coloration of some of the subterranean Aeorian tunnels that you've encountered at various ruins and Aeor proper previously. You see the same paneling, you see the same overhead tiling of metallic plates, but not in disarray, not scattered, not hanging tubes and broken pipes and beams, all intact, going in 3 different directions. But those of you who are very perceptive, as you look forward, it seems to have just faintly corkscrew before it reaches the outside of your periphery.
And the surfaces here are still spongy, or no? We're in metal now.
You want to touch it?
Yeah.
You hit it, and it gives a bit of a bounce back, like in an aluminum kind of way.
Boom, boom.
Feels more metallic than flesh.
Huh.
One easy way to tell. Decompose.
It takes a moment, but it begins to change color.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a stronger memory.
Yeah. Okay.
This stuff knows what it's supposed to be.
So.
I love it, by the way, when Matt says to me, "Do you want to touch it?" It's just a nice familiar.
God, how did it turn into that night?
The invisibility is still up. Anything in this hallway?
Nothing invisible, but there is writing on these 3 tunnels.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, I will
While
take
he's
care of that.
doing it, I'll hand a vial of
Oh, what's this?
clear liquid. I've labeled it unstinky house drool.
Oh.
That implies that there's a top shelf expensive drool.
Thank you.
That's just the house.
I don't know what it does, but it was falling from the ceiling.
There's
You
like a
might
big
want to
mouth
give it a
where they
test.
were,
Okay.
yeah.
Ford smelled it.
I will definitely run some tests.
Figured
as
the
soon as we
pH
get
could be of interest to you.
I will sneakily drop it on the floor.
Okay.
Just sort of slide
roll. Yeah, roll.
to the flesh.
Roll sleight of hand.
33.
You.
Let us
He
roll.
accepted it without issue.
It just goes into the wall like a meat baster.
Just Homer Simpson's.
Yeah.
I think she liked it.
Yeah.
I sprinkle soot and salt in front of my vision and can read the writing on the walls.
Okay. The tunnel to the right where you're standing It says Precipice Junction. Junction, and the words kind of get weird. The opposite side, it just says help. Crazy. The one across from you says, what was it? Was it specifically here? Crest Vault.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, baby.
Is it?
I don't think that's where we want to go. I think help is more immediate.
What? You're crazy.
Says help.
I think that any confrontation right now ends with us becoming a small tavern. So.
Well said.
Can I try to roll for divine intervention?
But of course.
Have we ever heard Crest Vault before?
Well, Threshold Crest.
Threshold Crest,
Yeah.
yes. That makes sense.
And a toothpaste.
No.
You look towards Sprinkle, who looks back. Artie's not in at the moment.
Maybe we need to call.
I just give him a little scratch.
That poor weasel. It just yes, it adds to his like psychosis. Yeah.
Die among the stars.
Can we make a Sprinkle show that says that? Please, I want to die among the stars.
It's hard to know how to interpret that help, though. I mean, those things up top were relieved to be killed, and maybe.
I think that direction is
greatest
probably a fight.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that we can find. Maybe it's just a matter of calling who we want to talk to.
The one, the you said the tunnel corkscrews, the one ahead of us.
It like seems to almost shift a little bit to one, like it begins to turn slightly one way before the
This
light
way,
dissipates.
like very funhouse style.
A little bit, yeah.
And that's towards the Crest Vault.
Correct.
Might be able to talk to her too.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't need to do shit.
Talk to some of these people.
Cree. If we are linked.
The only problem with Cree is that I'm assuming Lucian can listen.
Lucian can listen to anything you're doing anyway. Lucian could be listening to you right now.
That's true.
Well, is everyone still wearing their medallion?
Yes.
Doesn't matter. He talked to you when we were in Aor.
True. Doesn't mean he can see us.
Doesn't mean he knows where we are.
No.
I think.
Could be that one-way thing.
Well, this.
I still think we might have allies in this city, and I think that a friend here would be very helpful.
Sure.
We are
but how much
exhausted.
time do we have?
Yeah, we have to get to the crests before they activate.
Are we counting Tamora a friend?
Tamore?
Tamore.
I think
think
it
so.
couldn't hurt to find out. And if something terrible happens, it's not like what are we gonna do if it's
Yeah.
not Korea? We're
We can try reaching out.
a stiff
You can
wind.
try speaking to Tamorai directly.
I can, but I'm not sure why we trust any of them. Why we believe anything, really.
We just need more information.
Well, let's talk. I mean, we've talked to a couple.
Well, we're on the precipice of the crest. The crest.
We need to go. We need to follow.
I'm not saying we shouldn't reach out. We're literally at the edge of this tunnel, and feels like we need to make a choice. Do we keep going and check out the crest vault?
Perhaps if we can cut off Cree and stop this on one of the two crests, then
Yes.
Lucian's...
Then we have more time.
Yes, we buy ourselves time.
Exactly. If this is Cree, we can assume it's Cree because
Because of what we...
heard about.
The way they spoke. Yeah.
Then let's move.
Let's do it.
Go.
Straight ahead.
All right. Continuing onward. On foot for those who wish.
I'll float.
You float?
Can we all still float?
You can still float. Some people move faster on foot than.
I'm gonna hop every now and then. But...
I move a little bit faster.
I do
So I'm
too if
gonna
I float. So I'll move too.
Yeah.
Okay.
What up, Essek?
Yep. Essek is the fastest of all of you, by the way.
Well, whatever.
Even faster than you.
I'm gonna do that wall run occasionally.
Just barely.
Yeah. Upside down wall. Yeah.
Not a contest.
He's got me beat by 100.
It's only not a contest if you're winning.
Yeah.
You all begin coasting forward quickly. The tunnel, as it continues onward, the metallic sides, the brass interior, darkened shadow ahead, but as the light you carry hits across it, reflects in places. You watch it begin to corkscrew a bit, and then continue to corkscrew until it is completely upside down. Or are you? Up and down, left and right is hard to tell when you're not letting gravity be the one pulling you. When you are flying or floating, the only guide you have are those that stay on foot. And it does have that kind of vertigo sensation as it begins to shift. And the texture begins to change as well as it dips downward. The metal begins to corrode and give way to darker flesh, purple textured striations and flexing a skinless muscle. You can see bits of like stone and rock, like natural cavern spaces, but with a purplish tinge, and at the edges where it's cracked, you swear you can see veins kind of occasionally pulsing. You can see portions of it from underneath where the rock gives way entirely, and there's like a film, some sort of a smooth, shiny sack of skin across the subdermal surface. And as you're heading forward, you hear footsteps getting louder,
Coming towards us or from
Coming-
behind us?
coming towards from the direction that you're traveling.
Keep going.
Probably already have fixed it. We need to undo it.
Are we gonna kill her?
Yes.
Let's do it.
What do you do?
Should we hide?
In a tunnel?
Is there a way to hide?
It is kind of, there are like minor pockets as you look around. For lack of a better way of explaining it, mild folds in the walls that you might attempt to utilize at your disposal.
I'm gonna make myself look like the old woman with the bun on her hair that we saw in the town square.
I'll squeeze into a flesh fold.
I'll become one of the strange blank people as well.
Okay.
I'll choose an adjacent fold.
I'm going to choose a fold as well.
I will snuggle into a fold and cast Mage Hand just to have out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go into a fold.
Very well.
Wonderful, moist.
Everyone who's attempting to step into a fold, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me, please.
Gross.
Thanks for blowing that towards me, though.
It's actually down, but
No.
burn my mouth.
22.
So be ready.
Okay.
7.
Oh. 25.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
24.
Can I give you blessing of the trickster?
As you all sit there and wait, the two of you out in the open with your shapes changed and everyone else
not looking at anything.
Finding pockets.
Walking.
The footsteps come to a stop about 40 feet out. You can see just, no swords out, so there's no light.
No.
You're just looking in pitch darkness.
Dark vision 60 feet.
Exactly, which everyone but Caduceus can see at this point, if the sword has been
extinguished
at this point.
2 games without dark vision, just saying.
You had it briefly. You just hear breathing.
Does it sound like Cree breathing?
It sounds like breathing.
Sound like cat purr.
Which is something.
Can make an insight check.
Insight?
Insight.
Ooh! Woohoo! 23!
You don't know who this is, but they are definitely physically winded. And there is a faint kind of curious upturn to a growl, like a... At that point, faint bits of red light begin to fill the hall from two different spaces as the eyes on Caleb and Bo's body suddenly glow like red beacons, exposing their locations. And in that moment, two red eyes glow on Kree's body. I was wondering when you would catch up. And we're gonna end there.
Oh no, you motherfucker!
We'll go into this hallway showdown that I have to build next week. See how this goes.
Oh man. 6?
It could.
Or three.
We are
some
not
thoughts.
6. We are like we are.
We're 8.
We're kind of broken at the
You
moment.
might lose
We're
Bo
a little
and Caleb.
broken.
Yeah.
We're not
You might.
super broken. We're a little broken.
It's not just.
Oh yeah.
It's not just Kree.
Jack Nicholson nod.
But nevertheless, we'll pick up from there next week. As you are now traversing the subterranean depths of the
Subdermal.
Cognouza, or the subdermal depths. You're right. You're right.
Subdermal depth.
Put some sleeves on, Bo.
You ever like?
Cover your shit up, Caleb.
That's true. We got on sleeves, right? Or is it really like humid?
Let's be honest.
It's
not that good.
it's whatever you wore into Aor.
Sleeves are bullshit.
Or bullshit.
You probably have sleeves, but
It's
Yeah. But
it glows through the sleeves.
98.6 degrees.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we would have been shedding our coats here because it's getting warmer.
We each have one on our hands. So
Yeah.
Hey.
I've got one right here now. So,
Yeah, you're like E.T.
yeah.
Excited to see what's gonna come soon. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us this week. We'll see you next week. We love you very much. And is it Thursday yet? Good night.
Wait a week.